The Pat McAfee Show.
There'll be no rules for our guests, for us, for the things we can talk about.
Yes, speaking his mind.
I've never had a problem expressing my opinions or my thoughts or anything like that.
While being relatable.
I haven't had that manufactured fake-ass celebrity that a lot of people have whenever they go on those big networks. I've had a chance to really build my crew, build my following, build my audience.
And ridiculous.
What am I supposed to do? So I'm supposed to look at something that I can definitely afford and say, nah. Is that what I'm supposed to do?
The Pat McAfee Show starts in 3, 2, 1.
Hello, beautiful people. It is Wednesday, July 6th, 2022, and this sports show on the internet and radio begins now.
Let's ride.
That sounded so good. Today's a big day. Not just because today is the day that we travel out to Tahoe and I attempt to not embarrass us, our families, our entire fan base, and the American Century Championship, the golf tournament of the stars. This is the first time I've been able to make it. I can't wait. We're traveling out there today. That is not why today's a big day. Today's not a big day because Josina Anderson tweeted yesterday to watch the Baker Mayfield timeline for today because something might pop off. Whoa. Josina Anderson, NFL insider, was at the Cleveland Browns facility watching their program run just a few weeks ago. Seems like she has a lot more information than everybody else talking about the Baker Mayfield Cleveland Browns situation. And she says, watch the timeline for today. Okay. So is something going to give with the Baker Mayfield situation with the Cleveland Browns on this Wednesday, July 6th? Maybe, but that's not why today's a big day.
Whoa. Okay.
Today's not a big day because the Talks Table looks fantastic at Nick Morado, at Boston Connor. Hey, Ty Schmidt. Congrats on the baby. We love you. That's not why today's a big day.
No.
Today's not a big day because Tone Diggs won half of the hammer. Dahn. Cowboys won 2-0-1 on the diamond last night on his hammer down public bets. Tone Diggs, congrats to you. Not why it's a big day.
Go, Tony.
No, never.
Today's not a big day because a big red truck was found. Today's a big day because a college football national champion, a Super Bowl champion, a Ryder Cup champion, a COVID survivor, a private plane survivor, and a Grand Theft Auto survivor.
Wow.
Ladies and gentlemen, the face of the place, the best jawline in sports, the all-time leading tackler for the Green Bay Packers, Centerville's own Ohio Fuck, AJ Hawk. In studio.
Hey, I appreciate you mentioning my truck being found. I'd like to thank the men and women of the police department. They called me on my way here, my drive here.
Thank you,
They let me know they located my truck.
For your service.
It was an apartment complex somewhere. Don't have keys for it. Can't figure it out. If they're going to tow it, then we'll figure it out later. But yeah, thank you guys for finding it.
Hey, let's go!
Thank you, police.
Now, we don't know if the police were snooping around and they found a big red truck of AJ Hawk that had the license plate that says AJ Hawk, Ohio State legend. Or if somebody from Twitter maybe saw it because hashtag PMS where's AJ's truck has been trending for 24 hours.
Yeah, no big deal.
And it's not because of our presence on the internet. It's strictly because the bots have gotten a hold of it because we have Cash App giveaways, which is what the hashtag PMS where's AJ's truck giveaway was. And today's Cash App day. So everything that's involved with Cash App, the bots have picked up and they're all trying to win stuff. They don't even know what they're winning.
Smart.
But they're sending motivational speeches saying hashtag PMS where's AJ's truck. So that thing's probably going to go for the next 24 hours. We need to put up a call sign. Hey, we know where it is.
Yeah.
We found it. Thank God somebody on the internet maybe told the police where your big red truck was, or the cops found it themselves. This is a good day, though. You get that scrap of metal back.
Hell yeah.
Good day. So are you saying all bots aren't bad? Are these good bots then?
So these are bots that are deployed by super smart human beings to win contests and giveaways.
Yeah. Really? That's the thing?
Money bots.
Deploy. You deploy the bots.
Can you find the human behind the bots, though, when you try to send the prize?
You kind of can because, like, there will be some bot entries into some of our Twitter stuff, and you can kind of track some back to who seems to be connected, who seems to be doing stuff. That's only if you're doing giveaways like 2-3 times a week and you're kind of in the Twitter algorithm every single day. But yeah, the bots are trying to get money for somebody at the end of the day. So maybe it's a good bot for the winner. I think everybody else hates them, though. Seems like a lot of people think they're cheaters and stuff like that, AJ.
Yeah. Is Elon still buying Twitter? Do we know?
Well, Elon made quite a proclamation today, and Elon Elon is buying Twitter, by the way. That has been passed, I believe, by the board. Congrats to Elon for having the.
Wait, same initial price or what?
Nah, I think it has been
Better take a few bill off of that, right?
Well, yeah, especially because all these bots that are fake, a lot more than they were giving off there. But Elon made an announcement today, a proclamation that during our lifetime, AJ, yours, mine, Nick's, probably Connor's,
hopefully,
Diggs,
maybe
Foxy. Probably not your older brother back there. He's old as fuck, that guy. You know what I mean? Ryan Hawk back there. And who knows how long Bill will be living for.
True.
But in our lifetime, humanity will be on Mars. Be at Mars.
Pretty sweet.
Humanity will reach Mars in your lifetime. Elon Musk tweets on Elon Musk's platform of Twitter. And I think that's awesome news. There's more UFOs and shit bouncing around the planet every single day. It's mind-blowing. But AJ, yeah, we're going to fucking Mars and Elon owns Twitter.
So have you talked to Jim Irsay after hearing this news? Because I would think he would be the most excited hearing this about Mars.
He wants a flying car.
Yeah.
They say the future's in my hand. I don't want the future in my hand. I'm not like this generation. I'm not going to spend 7 hours on my phone. I was told a flying car was on the way. What if Jim gets a flying car and gets to take that thing to Mars and he puts on a game for the Indianapolis Colts, the official team of Mars?
So Elon actually said the other day in a press conference talking about flying cars, he would never do it because they're too loud and people would be scared of it above them.
What about the? I've already seen the electric ones that are super quiet right now, where people like they're one person. They almost like Uber air shuttles. They already have those,
like the jets,
helicopters, right?
Yeah, but they're like drone for humans. Like a human sits basically in an electric drone. It can
That's
pick
commercial,
you up.
or
It can
that's
take
just,
you to your lake house.
That's commercial, or just the engineers?
No, I think it's coming. Like they already have prototypes.
Well, what's that? We got that rocket pack, old buddy.
Sure.
The Paisanos from a Zapata.
That one's kind of loud.
That one's very loud. Yeah.
The water ones. Are you talking the water backpacks that it's hooked up to a jet ski?
No, those are ones you're standing on. By the way,
have you ever done that? One's
sweet.
Yeah, you stand on it. That's not a backpack. You stand on it.
And it just shoots water out and
and you can move it and control it alongside a jet ski. Yeah, I have done it one time.
How was it?
Well, I fucking ate shit. Yeah.
I would think over and over again, you just continue.
Yeah, and then but some people are really good at it, where they're able to like dolphin and then they come back up. I did not. You know what I mean? And I thought about coming back up, but then I realized I was just getting shot. Underwater.
So are you drowning? Like, what if you can't angle back up? You're drowning.
I didn't necessarily enjoy it. I don't think I'd ever do it again, but yeah, it's certainly one of those.
No, with the jetpacks.
Yeah, jetpacks.
Those are there with the ones on the hands, right? Those are the ones you're talking about where the guy was flying around.
Yeah, way
buildings
safe.
and shit.
Zaparo, yeah, way safe. Can't drown. Go ahead.
Before I caught the sense that you were about to move on, and before we do, I didn't want him to get out of this, but because he told us when he came in, the amount of shit and semen that was found in his truck was on biblical proportions, I was told.
Did they blue light the seat?
They jerked it off an elephant, basically, in his car.
That's who stole it? Was a zookeeper, a zoologist, maybe? One of those.
Deer lips in it.
One of those people that are like fucking animals?
Weirdos, sick fuckers.
What is that the word for it?
Bestiality.
Sick fuckers,
Bestiality.
right?
Bestiality. So you're saying some bestiality folks stole your car, or is that you?
I think that the jury is still out because the car has not been opened yet. The police officer who I talked to.
I thought they said they sniffed semen.
No. He said outside looks okay.
Smelled like one of those trees.
Yeah.
Well, that was my first question. Well,
sap everywhere.
I said, how many gallons of semen do you see inside on the seats? And he said, sir, I don't know right now. It looks to be 2 to 3. All right,
2 to 3 gallons. That's a lot of kids swimming around.
I need a lot of the vacuum with the fluid in it, like when I'm cleaning carpets.
The wet jet. It's called a wet jet.
There you go.
Sure.
Steam cleaner. I need a steam cleaner.
All right, let's move on. Speaking of gallons of semen, Michael Balco is reporting that the Seahawks, Panthers, Bucks, and Lions are all interested in Baker Mayfield. Now, everybody seems to have a source on the Baker Mayfield situation. Ian Rappaport yesterday just said, Seattle ain't, that ain't happening. But then Josina goes, well, maybe Seattle's putting that information out because if they don't land Baker Mayfield, they can say they've always been, and it doesn't kind of dunk on Drew Lock or Geno Smith, the current situation that they might end up having as their starting quarterback situation. So there's a lot of bullshit floating out there. I'm not saying Michael Balco's full of shit at all. We like Balco.
Yeah.
I don't like Mikey Balco.
Hey, good guy.
Hey, Mikey B.
Is he related to Cream in the Clear?
Yeah, what's that?
The Cream in the Clear, right? Is that him?
Yeah, I think. The what?
The cream and the clear. That's what. Remember, that was the
A-Rod
juice that
and-
they would rub on themselves.
Yeah,
The
Yes.
Balco
no,
cream.
no.
Balco.
Balco is screwball. Is what
Yeah.
you're talking about. Different Balco. Same name.
Very different.
Very
Balco
different.
with the C is the screwball.
Yeah, this is insider Balco. Mikey Balco, to be exact.
Let me write that
He
down.
said that teams that he's heard that have interest in Browns QB Baker Mayfield. Now, Mikey B does not explain who he heard this from.
never.
Mike Balco does not reveal his sources because Mike Balco, unlike that screwball, is a professional.
That's right.
Balco, Seahawks, Panthers, Bucks, Lions. All very fascinating answers. Right? Seahawks and Panthers, everybody knows, are in a quarterback market, allegedly. Now, Jimmy G is also going to be available, everybody thinks, as soon as he gets healthy enough to become available. And his contract, much more manageable than Baker Mayfield's $18.5 million guarantee contract that he is staring down right now. So I'm not saying Baker or Jimmy G is better. I'm just saying most teams are going to look at the business side of this and understand that $18.5 million is going to come alongside Baker Mayfield. And now basically no money is coming alongside Jimmy G if you were to sign him after the San Francisco 49ers release him, if they were to do so and save themselves $20 million, which we thought they would do last year. They did not. All signs pointing to Trey Lance starting this year. Let's assume they're going to potentially cut Jimmy G to save $20 million if they can't trade him. Even though they said that's not the case, let's just assume with a brain that that's maybe going to happen. When you think about the Bucks and the Lions entering the picture here, though, AJ, it makes sense for the Bucks, right? Blaine Gabbert's down there, who's an absolute dog. I love Blaine Gabbert. Kyle Trask, kid they drafted out of Florida, he's also down there. Could be a guy, right? Everybody knows that these guys could be guys. But if you're looking for a quarterback of the future and you get a guy that could maybe sit behind Tom Brady for a year, you know, maybe that changes the immaturity thing for Baker Mayfield that is being reported as a bunch of, we don't believe it. By the way, we don't believe it. We're just saying this is being reported. That could be a big benefit for Baker, don't you think, AJ? One of those situations.
Is this the first we're hearing? It's the first I'm hearing Bucks and Lions, right?
Me too. Mikey B broke the news. We said, whoa, looky here.
Well, Mikey B. Okay. Are there other teams though that are under the radar we haven't thought of? Like now, that makes me think. Yeah, another team that we haven't even been talking about might jump up and trade for a guy like Baker.
Yeah,
right?
what other
But the
teams?
Lions, Evie, what do Lions fans think? Is
They
he back
spend
there?
all the money on their offense
Yeah,
too.
no.
Right,
The whole
highest.
plan when we traded for Goff was to have him for 2 years. He'd be our bridge quarterback, and then we're going to stink. So far, so good. We've done that. We'll stink again, and then we'll be able to draft for a quarterback next year. Ohio State guy, Alabama guy. There's no reason to add $18 million in Baker Mayfield. We're already the most expensive offense in
Baker's
the
a good
NFL.
Detroit guy, wasn't he?
Yeah, he's
Well,
gritty.
that's what everyone's doing. A lot of people are like, MCDC gritty, Baker gritty. They'd be a great match. That's not how that works.
They both
do you
love
mean? Doesn't
ball.
matter.
What do you mean? They love ball.
If you win games, that's how it works.
Well, yeah, if they win games, it doesn't matter. But just because you're gritty doesn't mean you win games.
Well, I think Detroit has proven
Does
that.
Baker want
Yeah.
to go to the Bucks though? Does he want to go sit behind Tom? I didn't think of it at first. Then when you mentioned that, yeah, maybe it would. Maybe it'd be a nice little learning season for him. Maybe get some garbage time at the end. I don't know.
If you're going to sit behind somebody,
Yeah, Tom.
Yeah,
I think everybody on earth would be like, oh, okay.
But then is he in line to take the gig though? Let's say, okay, Tom could easily play 2 more years, right?
Well, I think in my bet man right now,
Yeah.
he's got 1 year left.
Yeah. Okay. So then is Baker?
$375 million already been announced.
If he doesn't lose,
That's a lot.
$375 million.
If
There's
he
no
loses,
guarantee Baker's the starter though once Tom retires.
Yes.
They're not just going to crown him. He better show a lot in those practices. I guess when he's running the scout team cards.
Well, I think just in the building, the whole thing, I think they'll know, right? Todd Bowles probably say, hey, we'll know. And Tom probably give a pretty good, like,
How nervous
Yeah.
would Baker be? Like if he knows he's performing for Tom, and they're going to ask Tom every day, like, "Hey, how's it going? What do you think? Once you're getting paid $80 million a year by Fox, you think this guy could run the franchise?" What do you think? What do you think Tom will say?
will Tom say yes because he knows he won't be as good as? Would Tom have pure intentions with the answer he gives?
Does he want to see it blow up? Or see it fall apart?
Yeah, exactly. Because I mean, I think it was Howard Stern gave the quote. I forget who he was talking to. He was talking to somebody. It was an interview. It was fascinating, and that person left wherever they left. And he said, how'd you feel about them? You hate them or whatever? And he was like, no, I wish them well. And Howard goes, not me. Everywhere I leave, I hope it blows up and goes bankrupt.
Yeah.
And I was like, God damn.
It's probably a lot of people.
He just publicly said that. Like, I don't know how many people are thinking that inside, because I've honestly had never heard that thought, but it makes sense that some people would feel that way. And I don't know if Howard still feels that way. I'm just telling you, I heard this in a clip.
I would bet Howard still feels that way.
Okay, and he might have just been making a metaphor. I might have caught the conversation out of context. But him saying that made me go like, oh, there's some motherfuckers that are, they feel like that is the case, even though everybody has to recognize that once one person leaves, there's probably other people that are leaving. It's a completely new team every single year. So judging on past experience, I don't know. That's a very, I think, short-sighted view. Not a real,
Obviously.
well, he's getting paid $100 some million still.
Oh yeah.
Wait, doesn't Howard want to run for president or something?
Howard
I
Stern?
don't know. I know he's getting mad. He gets mad a lot now at people in different situations, what's been going on. But I thought he wanted to run for something.
Okay, why do you think people do that? Do you think they just get to the point where they're like, we have to, I feel obligated to give my point of view?
To grandstand on people or what?
Whoa.
See, I don't know what he's doing. I used to listen to Howard's interviews back in the day.
Are you talking about are you talking about these horses that everybody seems to be
Howard's
pulling out of their barn?
He's definitely one of those guys right now.
Is he?
Oh yeah.
What is he most mad at? He's upset. Like, I've seen his things where he gets mad at people who have like a get together or a party, right?
Oh yeah.
I've seen that. But he's not just mad about COVID. It's a lot of things, I think.
Yeah, I thought when
He's
all
mad
those
at
photos
everything.
came out, he just kind of decided to keep it down for a little, and he hasn't been grandstanding.
So I don't know about any of the stuff that you all are alluding to. It feels like there's a lot of innuendo happening here. I haven't kept up with it enough.
There's no I know I've seen headlines pop up like Howard says something like, how dare they do this or say this?
But I think this is a thing that happens, and I think we see this in a lot of sports folks, and it happens even in entertainment world. Clearly, obviously, people just feel obligated. Like, hey, I have a platform. If I don't speak my mind, like, I will have regrets forever. Is that what people think?
Or
like Joaquin Phoenix with the cows and the milk.
No, I think
Hey, why are we taking milk from the tits of a cow?
Yeah.
I think a lot of people are just like, oh, people want to hear my opinion.
Well, that's what I'm talking about. Like, is that ever
But
thought
a lot of times
Not
it's done
that Howard
to
doesn't.
pander. Most people do it to pander to people so they get them on their side. If I say this, I know this whole group of people
Quick
will be on
pop.
my side. Yeah. I'm not saying Howard's doing that, but in situations that does happen, I don't
Yeah,
think
this
that's
isn't
the case
about
here.
one particular person. We're not
I
talking
saw
about
a
one
lot of
particular
people
person.
saying that what Howard said was taken out of context, like you mentioned earlier. So people heard a clip of something he was saying that he would run for president, and then headlines ran with it. Like, oh, Howard Stern's going to run for
He
president.
talks for he did at least at one point for a long period of time,
Yeah.
like 4 hours a day. So there is shit that he has probably said and done. If you take it out, it's like I got respect for Howard Stern the way he's run his business, and he's still making $100 million a year.
Is he really working like 2 or 3 days a week?
He's still making $100 million a
He
year.
figured it out, man.
So I got nothing but respect for that. Nothing but respect for that. But I do feel like all the people that end up getting super duper political, which a lot of people do, it feels
Keith
like.
Olbermann, I know he's jumped into that game.
Keith?
He's gone. He's not even
Well,
in
he
sports
actually
anymore.
went
He's not
from
even in
sports.
sports.
He was was he CNBC, whatever he was. He had a legit like political show.
he's gone.
It wasn't sports, and now I know he's a lot of he likes to save dogs, which is great.
He does.
Oh, let's go. He saves dogs.
But check his Twitter out. It's 5 trillion dog posts about trying to save dogs. So I'm like, good for you. You're
Hey,
trying to save dogs.
I love dogs too, but it feels like everybody gets to a point. By the way, shout out
Just
to
can't be
saving the
mad.
dogs.
You can't be mad every day,
Everything.
all day.
Yeah, like, hey, you're still like.
Well, I'm
you
gonna be
know-
like, what makes you happy, bud? What do you like? What do you
Saving
enjoy?
Being mad.
Well, and what else?
You're right, Connor.
They might just love being mad
You're right.
all the time.
Makes them feel alive.
Yeah.
That's unbelievable to me. I think I've encountered a couple of those humans throughout my life.
I think I'd have a heart attack eventually.
I don't get it.
Probably
what are
will
we doing?
anyways.
What are you doing? Why are you so mad?
most
So why is this so?
You know what they like, what really gets them off, what really makes them go from 6 to midnight.
What's that?
Saying, oh, I'm a better person than you are.
Oh
Yeah,
yeah.
that's
Well, we
true.
do that a lot on this show, and once we get into it, it's awesome because I'm definitely a fucking better guy than you
Yeah.
and you.
Not
I mean, There's
true.
no questions asked. about
AJ
that.
definitely.
Way better than me.
Yeah,
You can have it. That's what you got to do. Like if Olbermann comes to me and tells me how much of a better person he is, like, yes, you are, Keith. Thank you very much.
No, I
Shake his
know.
hand.
If Olbermann does that, you certainly do that, and he tells you that every day. Although I do not follow him, it seems like you do.
I know. I check in every once in a while though. Yeah.
But I want to like, oh, there's
Oh,
a
it's a
cat.
cat, not a dog.
You know how
Oh, there's
There
a
it
dog.
is.
We are currently scrolling through
pup.
Olbermann's Twitter account.
Luna.
It's a lot of dogs. I don't know how Olbermann got brought into this. Maybe he's not into politics anymore. He's into dogs.
Oh, so he's just kind of like pounding the drum for
Whatever,
missing
though.
dogs.
Everybody gets into politics, it seems like, nowadays at this scale. Everybody that grows just gets into politics, and they're smarter than everybody. They're better than everybody. And I hope everybody continues to do that. We appreciate it.
Keep it going.
We appreciate you saving the world. And hopefully one day we get to that point. Let's talk more about a little football. Speaking of saving the world, the analytics people did that, didn't they? Could you imagine what football would be like without the analytics people in
Be
2022? Honestly, it was quite a weapon there for a while. I think Bill Belichick, right, was the founder of
with
utilizing analytics with Ernie What's-His-Face. And I don't want to say that other people didn't look at analytics. Other teams have used analytics since the beginning of time. 3rd and 5 trends and all that shit. That's analytics.
Hey, can you just like for someone that doesn't know what you're talking about, what would analytics be?
So it's all percentages of things that are going to happen, and it becomes the main focal
They try to
point.
predict what you should do in certain situations, right?
Yeah, and although they're only using like 50-some% or 60-some% as absolutes, which is what inevitably happened with analytics, it started becoming, well, if there's a little bit of a majority or a higher percentage, a little bit more, like 55% of the time, this is going to end up good. And they were betting on that motherfucker like it was 95% of the time. I think that is when analytics got too crazy. But Bill and Ernie kind of began this entire thing where they started looking into the averages and what's normal, what isn't. It became like a part of their game plan, but they had football with it. What has seemed to have taken place over the last couple of years, and it might just be on media, I don't think we need to throw this into the league itself, but like every decision is scrutinized and judged by a group of people strictly off of what the past numbers have said. Now, past outcomes cannot predict future ones at all. Unless it's 100-0, there's still a chance one's coming. So anytime somebody thinks something's absolute can change anything. And the analytics world has certainly gotten very powerful, very, very powerful, which is good for the game. John Robinson, GM of the Titans, came out and said, yeah, but it's about fucking football, basically. Run this thing.
Where we are with analytics, is there a nice fine line on being on the front end of the curve in your mind? Do you think that's your responsibility to make sure that you're open-minded to it, however, you're still very cognizant of not getting over your skis, so to speak?
Yeah, and that's one thing, with social media and the digital age and everything is so, sometimes it drives me crazy with all the stuff that gets set out there and everybody's an expert and you're right. And we incorporate some analytical data into some of the decisions that we make.
Hell yeah.
But, I'd say 90% of the decisions we make is we put the film on and we watch the guy play football. Because at the end of the day, that's what it's about. Like, does the guy play football pretty good? You're hiring the guy to play
football pretty good.
We're talking like
not look at a bunch of
evaluating
numbers
players using
and
analytics.
all that. Now, if there's a part of that
situation.
So I think my favorite part of that is he used analytics to describe how much he uses analytics. 90% of the time using just how he uses football. 10% maybe analytics and stats and data. Joining us now, not only AJ Hawk in studio, but the host of the Man to Man podcast, 9-year NFL vet, ladies and gentlemen, Darius Butler.
Yo, fellas, what's up?
Hey, thank you for joining us, D-Butt. Did you hear what John Robinson just said about analytics and saying watching football? Do you think there's going to be a downturn in the analytics conversation in the NFL since all we've really heard since the beginning of analytics becoming the focal point of topic conversation is like this the future, this the future, this the future. Then you get some, football guys in powerful positions like, can the fucking guy play football or not? What are your thoughts on it all, and what do you think the trend is going to look like in the future, D-Butt?
No, I think we'll still use analytics. I think it'll continue to grow. Unfortunately for some fans, fortunately for other fans, you can even see with some of the hires with GMs, like some of these guys just coming over with no football background, but they know the numbers. And I actually talked to a GM somebody in the front office last season. He was like basically second or third in charge. So he'll probably be a GM in a couple years. And he told me like knowing football is like a bonus for them, like the personnel guys, which kind of shocked me.
What the fuck?
Yeah, this is a bonus because he wanted me to work with him, being like a consultant, teaching him some of the football things because the guys that can blend analytics and actually pass the eye test, even like Chris Ballard, like he was a coach before, he played the game, so he knows the game and he also knows the front office part of it as well. So I think you want to find a perfect balance. Obviously that's hard to do, but I think analytics will continue to grow and be used more and more in the game.
But how do they use these analytics to evaluate these players? Like if you're saying you're evaluating a guy at the combine or whatever, are they comparing their numbers to other players' numbers? I'm thinking analytics like, hey, in this position where we are on the field, you should go for it here. That's how I'm talking analytics.
Yeah, but like in the history of the game, there's somebody that's this tall. Yeah.
Oh, I don't care.
That's
stupid. I don't care about all that.
No, but that's what they do.
Okay, all right. I've never thought of analytics that way. I honestly never have.
They take out the brain, the heart, everything.
But when it comes to evaluating players, I don't think of using analytics. Like using, hey, this person was this height and this tall. I understand you need body size. Yeah, all of that matters, yeah. But can the dude play? I guess I'm old school like John Robinson.
So 67% of the time, a player that is this fast, this tall, this goes on to become a good player.
Okay, all right. See, I honestly never thought of it that way. Analytics to me is like, okay, third and 4 backed up here. If we get in 4th and 2 here, we should go for it. There's a 54% chance we'll get it.
That's
like
on-field shit. Yeah. I completely agree that happens. But there's a lot of like, with this build, this speed, this size, this is the success rate, and it's like, how the fuck do you know like what the person you know what I mean? I feel and I might be wrong because you guys played vastly different positions than me that were much more important than my position, but just watching, like, We had no fucking idea if a guy was going to be a guy or not. I think you have all the clues. Like, hey, this guy seems to work hard. He seems to be fast. What if he gets injured fucking week 1 and he's never the same? You know, like.
Do analytics take into account like attitude, like D-But?
No,
we
I don't
know.
think so.
What if? Okay,
Nah,
what happens when we pay this guy? If we pay him, is he going to be a turd?
Even like the locker room, the meeting room. Analytics, it's a great tool, even when you're like breaking down film as a player, because you can't watch every game, every snap. But say you watch 3-4 games, you get some formation, you get some tendencies, and now you can look at the data and the numbers and say, okay, that can kind of fill in some blanks.
Yeah,
but I don't think you should ever go into something, even game time decisions, like you said, 3rd and 4 backed up. Should we go for 2 here? I think you should have the feel of the game. Sometimes a player may have gotten hurt. You may have lost your right wing on the punt team. And that's going to impact if you're going for that's what analytics can't factor in until the game is over, and then it says, okay, this is what happened, this was good, this is bad. But I mean, I'm no expert. I worked with the PFF guys a lot last year, and they can tell you a lot of the flaws in it. But then when you come out and you put a product out there, people buy into it because it's data. It is data, and data dominates everything at this point.
Stats back up every argument. We've talked about this.
Any argument,
Both teams.
Any argument you want, you can find some stats to back absolutely any argument.
Stats are awesome because they're on every team of every argument.
Yep.
Okay, there's always some stat that every person on every side of every argument pulls out of their ass that might be real, but doesn't matter. Is that the finisher? Is that stat the finisher? I don't think it is, because you know what? There's going to be one coming back on the other side. I hate that we even have to talk about it, but I do like that GM John Robinson kind of opened up a little bit more of the football side, because sometimes if you watch some of the coverage of football, when a coach makes a decision, a field decision, it feels like, hey, I feel like my team can go right now. It feels like we're hot right now, or we're a little cold right now, and it doesn't work out. Yeah. Those numbers just get thrown in these coaches' faces and thrown in the quarterback's faces like, hey, the percentage of this catch versus that catch. It's like in the moment, that's a tough thing to fucking just calculate. Obviously, it's good to have good intel and good brains and everything like that, but that analytics convo is only going to continue to grow and grow and grow as we learn more and more. And if it ain't absolute, I don't want to fucking hear it, D-Bud.
Mm-hmm. There's no absolutes in football, though.
There isn't. That's what that gets forgotten about, though. I think.
That's analytics. That's, if he got that dog in him or not. Some guys, get nervous. And, shit happens. If it's so tough F1, baseball, shit like that, analytics, okay, give me all the analytics in the world. But football, it's still a level of violence in that. And like the great Mike Tyson said, everybody got a plan until they get punched in the mouth. So that shit changes everything.
Hey, that was pretty good Pittsburghese there, pal. The mouth there. Okay, let's move on. Mikey B, okay, Michael Balco, no relation to Screwball Balco. No relation to Screwball Balco. No relation to, hey, chew on this gum. It'll ignite your testosterone boosters for this at bat, and then we won't be able to fail a test literally immediately after this bat. No relation to that Balco, we don't think. This is Michael Balco. He says that he has heard Seahawks, Panthers, we've all heard that about the quarterback position, Bucks, and Lions are all interested in Baker Mayfield. So we have no idea what Mikey B's connections are or sources are, but that did start a new conversation. Josina said, look out for the timeline today to be affected in a tweet yesterday. She seems to be tight with the Browns, so we'll see what we learn. Him to the Bucks is fascinating, D-Bud. Behind Tom Brady, right? I don't know if they can take on $18.5 million, but the future there at quarterback, I guess, not sealed, not signed. Him going there, does that open up another avenue of teams that we have been missing that might be interested in Baker Mayfield services, you think, D-Bud?
I mean, the Bucks, who do you want to, there's no better guy to beat behind than Brady. You know what I mean? Obviously, Baker is talented. We saw him come in and play that. I had never obviously even thought about that scenario, but now Todd Bowles, been in his second stint as a head coach, having Brady on, maybe a year, maybe 2 more years, you got TV waiting for him on the other side. That could be a contingency plan. I mean, that would be awesome for Baker, I think. And obviously,
you think Baker would like that?
Not having to take a crapshoot in the draft. You know what you got with Baker. And like I said all the time with Baker, I think the more answers that Baker Mayfield has pre-snap, the better player he is. That's why he was so great in college. Like it was all spread out. He knew what he had to do, and he just had to make accurate throws, and obviously he's shown he can do that when healthy.
You think Baker will take that job as backup to Tom Brady? It's fucking Tom Brady.
Yeah, exactly. I think that's one of the situations where you look. I would at least if I'm in his shoes. You're getting $18 million this year anyway. Maybe you get a little bridge deal, and then you have the opportunity, to get, who knows, 2 years from now, if he's playing well, he can be making $50 million a year down the line. And Brady at some point is going to have to hang it up. He's 44 going into this year. So
375.
If I was him, if I was his representation, I would strongly, consider that move.
D-But, what we were thinking with the Lions coming into the equation, I think, what about Green Bay? Was that an option for Baker Mayfield? Who knows how much longer Aaron plays, but if Aaron plays 2-3 more years, I guess you could go learn from him and maybe go jump off somewhere else.
He's one of those other guys, right,
think?
that you would sit behind and be like, it's fucking Aaron.
Baker Mayfield would absolutely, to sit in meeting rooms every single day with Aaron and just to watch him practice, I feel like would be unbelievable for him. It would be awesome for anybody, but Baker, could you ever see that happening?
I feel like A-Rod got a lot more.
Yeah.
A lot more tread. I feel like A-Rod can play another 3 years at a high level. And it's, Brady had an MVP year last year too, but he's a little older. Obviously, we know what's waiting for him on the other side. And Tampa, Green Bay.
Whoa.
Come
on, dude.
Whoa. What are you saying? You saying people, they would rather go to somewhere warm?
Yeah.
You fucking asshole.
You don't know.
What a bad guy you are. You don't know that.
I'm just
Guy went to
saying.
UConn.
Hey, Green Bay is so small, by the way. It is tiny. You land there. I landed there for that last game when I was calling the Lions versus the Packers. And it feels like you're landing on Antarctica, right? Because there isn't really
nothing.
There's no collection of buildings that really breaks up the fucking.
There's no real mountains around to look around. Yeah,
It's just
Good old Appleton.
Sounds terrible.
snow. Yeah,
I'll tell
that's
you
where we
what,
stayed, right?
Appleton.
I'd much rather summer in Green Bay than Tampa Bay, though. I promise you. That.
Oh yeah, 1 million.
Yeah, we're talking about football.
But the
AJ.
other 11
I'm
months.
talking about life, con man.
The other 11 months, though, probably probably down there in right Hawker.
It's good.
You love Green Bay? Why didn't you live there?
I love it. I did. What do you mean? I'd come back to Ohio for like 5 weeks or so, and then boom, right back.
Oh, you still got a house over there?
Hey, you still live
No,
there?
I don't. Why would I have a house?
Oh,
there?
tell me
You don't summer in Green Bay.
What are you talking about?
I'm saying if I had to choose a place in June, July, and August, I would much rather go to Green Bay than Tampa.
Okay, maybe
Really?
17,000% humidity down there.
Why'd you take 5 weeks off?
I would never take time off in the summer. I'm talking. This is the winter. Like season ends, go home, recharge the batteries, come on back.
Okay, now you're back in.
He's
Green Bay.
Ohio guy. Ohio trumps all for him. He
you're
can't.
Ohio guy.
Correct. Nick.
He just sounds like a clown. He knows he's wrong.
Well, that and being an
Did you
Ohio
see
guy
the
go
other
hand in hand.
Ohio fuck
Yeah.
that walked in here?
Yeah, I
AJ's
saw
older
him.
brother. AJ's older brother walked
Elias.
in here. He's Ezekiel, this guy. Just fucking
No,
yoked
Ryan's
up.
he's always been like a smaller frame than me his whole life.
Oh, he's
It's not a bad thing.
What's this all about?
That's not a bad
down.
thing. He was a quarterback his whole life. I was always in the trenches, grinding. He was a quarterback.
Oh, what are you trying to say?
Hey, were you the quarterback for the Centerville Elks whenever he showed up and decapitated Herbstreit?
He was part of that game.
Oh, he's muted.
Oh, he's muted.
But he said, yeah.
Pat, you got to respect, though, because, you used to in the offseason, too, come back home, stick your feet in the lawn for 10, 15 minutes, recharge the fucking iron in your blood, and then head back to Indy.
What is that?
The Mononga. What?
Oh, look, you don't get it.
It's one of the confluences that
What makes
You have to be from Plum to
graduate over
understand, so.
You don't understand.
what makes his
You
name
are
Ohio
three
River.
rivers.
Hey,
dude.
Colin,
You're
who's
welcome.
your favorite teacher at Plum?
I mean, we hated the teachers at Plum. Where's this guy been?
Thank you.
Yeah, Jesus.
Not all
Just
of them.
can't think of any of their names,
But
though.
most of them. No, I mean, Mr. Smith was a good guy, but he's not my
Doesn't
favorite.
exist. Good try.
We do not have a Mr. Smith.
Oh, sorry, Mr. Smithini. I used
There you
sometimes.
go. All right, your
Yeah,
question
you
for
fucking-
D-Bud.
Yeah, D, but Micah Parsons is saying him and Trevon Diggs can be the next Aaron Donald and Jalen Ramsey. Is Trevon Diggs at that level? Because obviously Micah was up for defensive player of the year and stuff as a rookie, but is Diggs at the Ramsey level, or do you think he can get there?
He can definitely get there. He's still young, I would say, in his cornerback career, but he's super skilled. He probably has the best ball skills as a defensive player in the league. And whenever you can turn the ball over at a high rate like that, you can definitely separate yourself. Obviously, it's everything else. It's it's kind of feast or famine out there for him because he gives up a lot of big plays, gives up big big yardage. So if he cuts those back, even just a chunk, you're not going to because he can't be that same player if he doesn't take those type of risks where he turns the ball over at the rate he does. So is he Ramsey level? No, but he can definitely get there. And Micah Parsons is He's unbelievable. He can rush the passer as good as anyone in the league, and he can go sideline to sideline as good as anyone as well. So you rarely see that combination of player on this level. That's something you see in like high school, maybe college, but you rarely see that at NFL level.
Hey, D-Bud, I heard that Micah Parsons would cross your fucking ass up so hard on the basketball court.
I saw his clips. I must say, very, very impressive for a linebacker. I don't see many linebackers that can go on the court like that. In my power rankings, they were down there, probably right above the running backs. But Micah don't have a chance on that court.
What did you say? I forget. It was hockey players, then it was running backs, and it was linebackers. Wrestlers are in there. You just did the football thing, but yeah, you're saying they're all in the same. Hey, let's take some charges. Let's shot put the basketball a little bit. Let's run around as hard as we can.
Rebound, set picks, play hard defense, tone setters.
Yeah, need those on your squad. Need those on. What's more likely, for Diggs to pick up better as a defender, cover defender, or drop off in his picks, right? Because he doesn't get as many picks, not as much as probably the accolades as he had in the past. But if he becomes a better corner and gets like half the amount of picks, that's an upgrade, right? That's like a full upgrade in who he is, or no?
You know what? Give me the picks. Give my offensive ball, like the yards.
That's not likely though, right? That's not likely.
How many last year?
11.
Jeez, to get 11, if he got 7, that's awesome.
I suppose he's not going to get 11 again, though, right?
He shouldn't get that many balls thrown his way.
D-Bot, right? Isn't that a crazy amount?
That's a crazy amount. I think he tied a Cowboys record. I don't know. I think maybe Cromartie, like 2007, I think was the last guy to get double. No, Xavier Howard, I think he got 10 a couple years ago. But 11 is, that's kind of like once in a life. But like I said, his ball skills, and he was a wide receiver at Alabama for a couple years. He's a punt returner. So his ball skills are elite. Playing 17 games a year. He's a guy who could be a 7, 6, 7, 8 pick. Asante Samuel did it for a stretch. He can be that caliber corner. Like I said, he just has to limit on the big plays, and he can do that. He can do it. He has a great. This is his second year now with his coordinator, and he has other good players around him. Even the other corner, Anthony Brown, is a good player. You got Malik Hooker back there in his second year in the system as well. You got D. Lawrence they brought back. Micah we talked about. So they have a good defense built around him to succeed. Richard Sherman was in this defense as well. And he was a guy, what does he have, 50 probably career interceptions? So Trevon Diggs, the sky's the limit for Diggs. I don't think we've seen the best of him yet.
Hey, great dad too. That fucking kid is awesome. His kid is one.
Aiden.
Yeah, fucking awesome. Great personality.
Yeah, hilarious.
Confidence.
Watch his film.
Good comedic timing.
Yeah.
That fucker's going to be a guy.
Yeah, he's the future.
Yeah, I'm excited to see what he does. That Diggs family, pretty good.
Yeah, good athlete. Stephon Diggs, not too shabby either.
Pretty good. Go ahead, Tone Diggs.
D-Butt. Okay, we talked a little bit yesterday about how we see these two teams with a lot of similarities. They're going all in. They added weapons, and their quarterbacks are really the only question. Now, these quarterbacks are Jalen Hurts and Tua. Who of these two would you rather have? Which team do you see being more successful? Now you are Dolph.
Let's go.
He's a fan.
You are Dolph fan.
This is gonna hurt me, but I gotta say Hurts. Ooh. I gotta say Hurts because his on any given Sunday he can be the best runner on the field with his legs. But he's a smart guy, great leader. He has a great arm, got great weapons around him. It's just the mechanical stuff. And he gets his mechanics right. It's all there for the taking. And that division, I think that division is there for the taking as well. In the AFC East, you got the Patriots, who are always the Patriots. And now you got the Bills and Josh Allen playing, who can easily be the best quarterback in the league next year. So in that NFC East, I think Jalen Hurts and that what they did this offseason, nobody had him in the playoffs last year. Like, absolutely nobody had. I know they were 7th seed. They got the brakes beat off of them. But even getting that experience is good for a young quarterback, young head coach, young team. And then you build in the draft like they did this year in free agency, you go get A.J. Brown. The sky is literally the limit for Jalen Hurts, and I think he's a great quarterback, a great player to have in that city too. So I would go all in on Jalen Hurts. I like Tua though.
Yeah, that's what I wanted to ask you about Tua. I wanted to see about Tua. What kind of year do you think he has? He has plenty of weapons. Tyreek Hill, new coach. What kind of year does Tua have, and is this make or break?
Unfortunately, it may be a make or break year for him, but he got a first-year head coach. I think a first-year play caller too with Mike McDaniels, and with Waddle and Hill. it's like over in Philly, you have people who have their like AJ Brown, Devontae Smith. Those are two completely different wide receivers, going to give you different things. Then you have Hurts in his legs. With Tua, I'm interested to see how they make that offense mix. It's a ton of speed, but we need 3rd and 7 or a 2-minute drive. Are you going to be able to move that ball down the field? We got to see it. I'm not fully as confident as I am in Tua right now as I am in Jalen Hurts, but I like Tua. It's set up for him, but I wouldn't be surprised if it's a little struggle this year to get going early. But if you give Tua, I'll say 2 years with Mike McDaniels as well. This is the first year. It's a lot to take on for a new head coach.
What is this? 2 years.
What?
2024 will be on Mars.
Yeah, might as well be 50 years.
Jeez Louise. All right, D-Buck, before we let you go.
Speaking of Mars, how fast was that shit moving that you posted last night?
Yeah. Hey, a couple mocks in there.
18.
Pulling G's.
How about that fucking thing just going in complete control, chilling, and then fucking see you later? I'm out of here.
Is it like 10 years old, though, and we're just seeing it for the first time?
I don't know.
I don't think so.
I don't know.
I didn't think this was a
That was
10-year-old.
wild.
I didn't see an alien, though, so.
Look at this thing.
Yeah.
Just fucking showing up in the screen.
It was. This one's sweet.
Look at that round.
See, but Pat, you told me, hey, you see they showed an alien. No, they showed a spacecraft.
Yeah, there's an alien in there, though.
I didn't say they showed an alien.
Yeah, you did. You guys said alien. That means a
We
bean.
said UAV.
Yeah, dude.
Come on. That's a bean.
UAV.
Something you
Yeah.
can physically punch.
No, unidentified
You
aerial
can punch
phenomenon.
that thing right there.
Yeah, you might not be able. What if you get close and it just invisible?
Well, then
Force
what?
field.
Then who
do
created it? Then who
It
created
should
it?
just stop.
Then who created it? You hear me? Who created it?
That is not
Bill
flat
Gates.
either. I hope everyone sees that. That is a round shape to the planet.
Curvature.
Is this from the International Space
You're
Station?
talking about the Earth?
Yeah.
Yeah, it is.
As I was watching it on a phone, smaller screen, it did look a little
Photoshop,
flat.
There's a dude from Dayton, I think, in the space station right now.
Call him. Fucking
What?
call him.
I mean, hey, I got to send it
How
some
did a
text.
guy from Ohio get into the space station?
We got to change our
Hey,
space
no
station.
You talking about,
way.
you heard of Neil Armstrong, bud? Wapakoneta, Ohio.
What?
Oh,
First man on the moon.
you shitting me?
Sorry about it.
Oh, so now that I know he's from Ohio, it's definitely a lie.
We landed on the moon.
Wapakoneta, the pride.
Wapakoneta?
John Glenn, also from Ohio.
What about Buzz Aldrin?
How about the Wright brothers?
Oh, so it's all for game.
Sorry, God. We just dominate aviation, it sounds like. My cousin's a pilot, too.
Hey, so are you. And I've never seen somebody more sick on a flight. Today we're going to see you puke.
Yeah,
Oh,
can't
this is
wait.
awesome.
Yeah, we're coming
Can't
down
wait.
the mountains around us. It's going to be a rough
Oh,
landing.
yeah, you're going to come in.
And fall asleep for sure.
Absolutely, staring into the sun.
Uh-huh.
D-Butt, last question here, okay? And I agree that was UAP for sure. It feels like we're going to have extraterrestrial interaction soon.
Yeah,
feels
it's
like,
coming.
Feels
Oh,
like
yeah.
we're on a precipice.
Buckle
The
up.
government
If
said
they're
it.
watching what the fuck is going on down here,
Could you imagine them coming out? What the fuck are you guys doing? We've been watching. Okay, we just thought we could have a good time watch you fucking assholes do your thing. Now we're watching. You guys are trying to fucking kill yourselves. Hey, can we fucking calm Dahn down here? What if it was a voice of God, like actual
Everybody.
megaphone? Hello, look to the sky, and it's just a bunch of these fucking things sitting above us.
Oh.
You all need to chill the fuck out.
Yeah.
All right, see ya. And then they just zoom out of there.
What if they love football, though? What if
probably
they
do.
come to the Earth just to watch football?
Would be sweet.
What if they want to play, though, and they take a lot of people's jobs?
Well,
That
see,
can't
you
happen.
can't have aliens taking people's
like I've
jobs.
seen a couple of them on the field.
All right, where's Baker Mayfield playing next season, Darius? On this July 6, 2022, Darius Butler says Baker Mayfield will be a...
Seahawk.
Yeah.
All right.
Yep.
When's that happening? Soon, you think?
What Josina said, tomorrow, today?
Yeah.
She said,
I
look out.
trust her. She's tied in with that organization. So tomorrow or today.
All right, well, ladies and gentlemen, 9-year NFL vet makes his prediction on where Baker Mayfield will go. Last year was Aaron Rodgers' watch.
Yeah.
Ooh.
This year it's Baker watch.
And Jimmy.
What a difference.
And Judge Robinson watch.
That's right.
Yeah, where is Jimmy going to go?
Jimmy's, hey, he's going to get cut. He's going to end up in Carolina.
Boom.
Cleveland makes sense to me.
That wouldn't be too bad for him. C-Mac can stay healthy.
A 1-year deal at Cleveland?
Yeah, you have a great team around him. I think Michael Lombardi, I heard him say this somewhere. Why not bring Jimmy G in? He can absolutely captain that ship. They have a great team.
Jacoby Brissett.
Boom, sign a big old deal somewhere else after that year.
Oh my God, that helps us Niners. That helps the Browns. The Browns don't have to have the Baker thing happen. They get Michael Lombardi's so fucking smart all the time. Ladies and gentlemen, Darius Butler, just like us, Darius Butler.
Thank you, fellas.
Thank you, man.
There's no way that happens.
That would be sick, though.
No way.
We don't know anything that's going to – I mean, remember, this offseason was crazy.
Yeah, I
Russell
agree.
Wilson's a fucking Bronco.
Yeah.
We haven't even really talked about that. Russell Wilson is a Denver Bronco. Drew Lock and Geno Smith are the quarterbacks for the Seahawks right now. This isn't just like, Russell's hurt. He has mallet finger and he's out, and Geno Smith and Drew Lock are the quarterbacks. Those are their actual quarterbacks right now. And Russell Wilson is a Denver Bronco right now. That hasn't settled in because aside from the Broncos country,
Let's ride.
Bronco country,
Let's ride.
Bronco country.
Stop. Don't look at me when you do that.
Bronco country.
Let's ride.
Okay? Aside from that, we haven't really even talked about Russell Wilson being a fucking Denver Bronco. So you're right. What could happen next
Von
offseason?
Miller is on the Buffalo Bills.
Yeah.
Like, how weird is that?
Haven't even seen a
Signed
photo.
a giant deal, too.
I don't even think I've seen a photo.
What number is he wearing?
I think 40. Thought he was wearing 40.
Let's get to a break. I'm not sure. We'll figure that out during the break.
That's also because like the Chargers added Khalil Mack
Oh, my
and
gosh.
J.C.
Khalil Mack's the
Jackson.
Chargers.
A lot of
J.C.
movement,
Jackson's
boys.
over. We haven't even thought about this.
The Raiders got Chandler Jones. And it's him and Max Crosby now. And they got Devontae, obviously.
I saw Max Crosby at the UFC event. He looked awesome. 2 chains like Gump.
Oh, he's awesome.
Chained up
How
like
tall
Gump.
is he?
He was sitting down when I walked by him.
He's a giant.
Big.
6'4", 6'5".
Big body.
White chocolate jersey.
Yeah, he had J-Will jersey on. Dog. Max Crosby. Yeah, him and Chandler Jones. And who they have? They signed somebody else as well in the secondary.
On the back end.
Didn't they? I thought. I might be wrong. Whatever the case, yeah, the fucking Raiders are playing. Oh, Devontae Adams. Jesus.
Devontae, yeah.
What are we even talking about? He's a Raider.
Yeah, he's a receiver. You said the back end like a safety or
No,
something.
I know, but then you seen the brain go.
I think Hunter Renfro's still there, too, right?
They extended Hunter Renfrow.
Yeah, you're
and
right.
obviously Waller and
Oh
Josh
my gosh.
Jacobs.
The
Like they're
Raiders might be a
ridiculous.
team. The
Should be
Raiders might be a
awesome.
team. Like, how many days away from the NFL
We're
season?
64 days away.
Bro, 64 days, and I think
Max
it's-
Crosby and Chandler Jones. I remember we talked about that
Yeah.
when he signed. Like, those two guys bookend. Are you kidding me?
So what? Because Crosby can push, and then Chandler can, push.
Yeah, it's always good if you have one guy bowl, another guy run the hoop almost, and then you can rotate. Yeah, they could do so much with those guys.
And McDaniel's a terrible coach. Doesn't know football at all.
It was probably the Rocky Sin trade you were thinking of.
Oh,
To send Ngakoue to the Colts.
They got Rocky Sin.
Bam.
Hell of a play.
Here we go.
In the secondary.
There you go.
Better than
Jonathan
Is he
Abrams.
better than
Which part was that?
Yeah, so that was right here. This is where the good times live. Back left.
That's right.
Where do the bad times live?
I think that's in the airbag
Yeah.
right here.
They go away.
That's where the personality is.
Hate when it happens.
This thing ain't worth a fuck. Yeah, that's where your personality is. This thing ain't worth a fuck.
Nope.
Kind of crazy when I heard a neurosurgeon say that. Yeah, the right side doesn't really do anything. It's just an airbag. Oh, what's in there? Oh, your personality and your drive and everything. It's like, wow, pretty fucking important. Hey, can we stop treating that side like it's nothing? That feels like that's a bigger part than ever in the history of humans. All right, we're back in 4 minutes with some phone calls, wrapping up hour 1 on this July 6th. Good football conversation.
Yeah.
Good football combos today. That's because, you know why?
Why?
Man's got his truck back.
Hell yeah.
AJ Hawkins. Woo! More with AJ in 4 minutes. What a legend. What an icon.
Man.
What a hero.
Yeah, AJ.
What a guy.
Come on,
Ohio. Woo! Joining us now is a man who got to experience that at Notre Dame.
Yeah.
Got to experience it in the NFL. Now he's on television. He's this man's brother-in-law. He's obviously incredibly handsome. Ladies and gentlemen, Brady Quinn. Holy hell. Jesus. You look like that all the time.
I don't know if you guys can see what's behind me. I think AJ might be more familiar with this picture. So hopefully AJ can elaborate or add some context to all this.
Is that Chopper up over your left
That's
ear?
Chopper. Yeah, that's Chopper.
AJ,
How'd you get that in your background?
what happened here? So,
Well, this is a golf cart submerged.
why are you fully dressed underwater?
Thank you, Brady. Okay. Brady, yeah, you gotta. I guess we have to mention it, Brady. This is Pat. You know, this golf cart. The e-brake just didn't work on me. I was parking close to the green. I rode that joker right into the pond because it took a hard right turn. This was like 12 years ago. I jumped in instantly. Oz is the other guy looking for his cigs. There was no help. And then Brady and Chopper were in my group. They came up about 10 seconds later, and they both just dove in instantly and started helping.
So hold on,
We
Brady.
did not finish our round.
You You drove this cart directly into this pond.
Well,
You are a fucking menace behind the wheel, AJ. You drive with both feet. You sleep. Your hands are all deformed because of your broken fingers. You're driving golf carts into ponds. Straight up. Are you blacked out drunk in this thing?
No, I wish I was. That's the problem. I was not.
Sober.
Oh my God, this guy.
I was trying to get there.
Brady, how do you let this guy marry your sister? How do you let this guy marry your sister, Brady?
Let me add some more context to all of this, okay? This is at Rattlesnake Ridge. This was the first year, our first fundraiser for my foundation, the Third and Goal Foundation, which helps support wounded vets. So
Great
AJ
cause.
was kind enough to come out and obviously support the cause. Now, I guarantee you he was not sober for this because we actually took a party bus to Rattlesnake Ridge.
Oh, AJ, boozing and driving.
No one was sober at this thing.
What I'm saying is, I played many times with many more drinks in me and didn't wreck a cart, is all I'm saying.
Oh, okay.
Sure.
All right. Chopper hopping in there, though. Is he scuba diving?
Hey, he dove to the bottom and grabbed some clubs.
He did. He said all you had to do was open your eyes in that murky water and you could find whatever you need to down there. All those eyes were burning afterwards.
JC, the barber's choice. The Pat McAfee Show shirt, full logo in the front. Had no idea we had that shirt. Walked in today, JC was cutting, I think, Bill's hair. And I said, that's a sweet shirt. Yeah. Did you make that shirt?
Where'd you get that? Wasting his time on Bill's hair.
Because Bill's got to look good. He's on camera now. Look at him. He's looking right over his shoulder.
I refuse to look back.
No, do it.
It's terrifying.
It's awesome.
Does he wear his glasses or no?
No glasses.
No, I'm not gonna look.
Every time I look at you, I have to look at Bill.
I'm sorry.
And it is awesome.
He's peering over.
And there's also another hawk in the house. Zito's here looking super dapper. Hey, Z, you look dapper.
Yo, Z.
Oh, baby Z. Woo. Foxy obviously in the building. The Toxic Table. Nick and Connor. Tone Diggs is here. And then in studio, in house, more fidgety than me somehow, AJ Hall.
Hell yeah.
What's up, dude?
What's up?
You muted that.
He's a big mute
I
button.
had it muted earlier. You need to have cigars in here probably.
Yeah, well, you do. We have a bunch out there.
Yeah.
You literally walked in and said, "Whose cigars are these? I'm gonna steal these." And I said, "I think they're yours, bud." And you had, "I don't need them." And then you walked away. And then he continued to say hello. I mean, you walked in here like a gorilla.
Oh yeah,
always.
Honestly, like
you did.
Ape walked
Hey guys,
in this
how you
place.
doing?
Breaking
Always
shit.
do.
Unbelievable.
I drained many putts though. You know that. I might steal that putter.
Go ahead. I found mine. I stole it out of AQ's bag.
Yeah. Saw him shoot a
Sounds like he
basketball
wasn't
though.
using it.
Jesus Christ, Debo was right.
No.
Yeah, linebacker's way down there.
No.
You didn't see me shoot a basketball.
Bro, the last time he walked out of this office, he has like 30,000 retweets.
Absolutely, half court shots, no doubt about it. AJ's your guy, but you want a little mid-range jumper? Jesus.
Got no touch. What's that all about?
First off, that's blasphemy. But no, my touch is great. Why would I waste my time with mid range? I'm either shooting threes or driving to the hole.
Very low efficient shot.
Yeah, we're either doing layups and making sure we're not walking
You
it down.
watch Basketball Con?
Yeah.
No one does that anymore.
Oh, really?
I saw Chet
1989.
Holmgren last night.
Yeah,
Hey, I saw
exactly.
Chet Holmgren. He
The
took
future.
one. Hey, listen, Chet took one from his shin all the way, boom,
Bang.
splash.
Which is like the
Very
12-foot
good.
distance.
Hey, Chet Holmgren's the future of the league. Let's go, Chet.
Here you go, Chet.
Here we go, Chet.
Dirk Nowitzki.
Bro, laughing emoji after his first NBA Summer
Yeah.
League game, which is nothing like what the regular season's going to be like, but still NBA action. 23 points, four of those, 12 of those points being 3-point shots.
No big deal.
7 rebounds, 4 assists, 1 steal, 6 blocks. How you doing? Keep it moving. Literally to everybody in the Summer League. That's a record, I believe.
Yep.
Incredible debut for Chet Holmgren, who's an absolute dog. Anyways, he had a little mid-range game last night, if you knew that. Unlike
He's
you.
just not a complete player.
He's
You
a
wouldn't get it.
professional basketball. You're right. I am not a complete basketball player. I
There you
either
go.
drive to the hole or I'm shooting
Perfect
threes. And I hate playing defense.
Perfect out. You said, you're right. I'm not a complete basketball player. Hard out hit right there.
Yeah, but he's not playing defense, so he's not a grinder. So I don't want
You're
him
absolutely
on my
right.
team.
I'm not a grinder in basketball. That's why my
Well, it's
coach hated me.
Well, also because your knees.
Yeah.
Yeah, in high school. Yeah, towards the end of high school. Yeah.
Probably guns passes too.
Watching you come across this street was
Oh,
awesome.
no look passes all over. What do you mean?
Just you, you do Carson's 2 sprains. Walk.
Well, I mean, it is. I definitely feel pretty old when I get out of a car after being in it for 3.5 hours.
Yeah, you
Then
gotta
here we
limber up a little
go.
bit.
Here we go.
Are we worried at all about like walking
Physicality?
72 holes? I'm playing 72 holes over the next 4 days. I've never done this in my life. Not one time.
Every year I say that when I get out there, I'm like, man, I'm walking 4 rounds in a row when you count the Pro-Am day. And yeah, blisters, feet, calves, obviously knees, brutal, everything. That's why you got to use, like, adrenaline will carry you through it, man. It will.
I honestly have gone on golf trips where the goal is to, hey, we're going to play 18 this day. We're going to play 18 this day. And then we're going to play 9 on the. That second 18, I've never made it to.
I never would either.
I was worried about you first, but if the Frankenstein monster can do it every year, I think you'll be
Absolutely.
all right.
Barkley did it one year when he was about to go get a hip replacement, like a couple weeks later, and it looked like the most painful situation ever. How he was walking, he made it through every day and was fine.
I walked 18 holes down in Tampa.
Yeah.
And I forget what that course was called. Super nice course. I was out there with
Rondé Barber.
Rondé Barber and I'm forgetting the guy's name. I apologize. He's a good guy. Paul, I think. Paul, what's up, dude? Super nice course. Could only walk on it. No carts allowed. That's how nice of a course it was. Had no idea what that's. Hey, I need a course. I got some time. Anybody want to golf? I can recommend it. Oh, you're gonna love this golf course, nicest course in town or whatever. I get there, no carts. I'm like, oh, okay. Maybe don't need the nicest course in town if there's no carts, but it was awesome, incredibly nice. Walking, you really feel like you're in the game, though. You know,
People say like, oh, I can play better because I'm thinking about that as I'm walking to this shot. I'm thinking about this shot. Yeah, okay.
Well, you know what I was thinking about while I was walking, and it came true. I was like a
This sucks
goddamn
walking?
psychic. I was pontificating about what 2-3 a.m. was going to look like, and it did. Both hammies, full cramp. Ah! Oh, I woke up in the middle of the night like I was in high school again.
And the altitude too. You got to like they'll say, oh, you got to hydrate more because the altitude. You can get dehydrated quicker. You get drunker quicker too. Yeah, you do. I know a guy out there who drinks his Coors Light. He puts ice in his Coors Light. He's like, hey, I'm telling you, it does something with the altitude. It helps me.
Is dope legal out there?
Dope is legal in Nevada and California.
Oh, yeah. So hot.
You'll be fine.
Oh, my.
No worries.
That'll be so good for you to get to a legal state and able to partake.
Exactly. That's the
Finally.
issue. Once Indiana comes along, it'll be a much better day to day. But every time I end up in a state where it's legal, I just binge on it so hard. And it's kind of like whenever, I was in the substance of abuse program because of a public intoxication. And right in the middle of that substance abuse program where I was getting tested 8 times a month, every single month, in numerous states at 4 a.m., at 7 p.m. I had to piss over 200 times in front of random dudes all around this country in the substance abuse program because I got a little boozed up on a Tuesday.
Sure.
A little too boozed up. Whenever the lockout came, there was no more testing. I went so hard. Okay, I went so hard. I hadn't been able to have a drink in like maybe a year or whatever, year and a half. I went so hard. I was like, all right, by the time this lockout ends, I'm not going to want to drink ever again. So that lockout was a lot longer than I think we all thought it was going to be. I mean, it was. I think it ended up being like
Took it right to like the day before camp.
like 100 and some days, but I had made a promise to myself. Okay, listen, the only way we're going to survive the rest of the substance abuse program is if we utilize this lockout and completely demolish our liver. So I went on a big run. Didn't even want to drink ever again
Nope.
almost after that
Really?
whole thing. I was that worn out. That's what I do every time I fly to a state in which marijuana is legal. I try my best. I'm like, all right, I'm trying to smoke all the weed that I can smoke because this is I'm not gonna want to smoke when I'm back in a non-legal state like Indiana every single fucking day. So
It's a good. I mean, so the week is looking good for you then. Coming up, huh?
hey, we were just out there in Arizona and Vegas as well.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, so I've had a little 2-day come back down to earth.
Where's
And
your
then-
neck brace?
What are you talking
Well, I
about?
was allowed to take it off as soon as the doctor told me.
Yeah, ain't you listening?
What was that
yesterday?
doctor's name?
Dr. Will Nelson.
Yeah.
Nelson DeBog.
Dr. Will Nelson.
Yeah.
Did you go to his office or you come here?
What's that?
Did you go to his office? Don't say what's that or what, because you hear my question. You're taking time to think.
No,
we
we
already-
teleconference. What are we talking about? Is
Yeah.
it modern medicine?
Yeah, it was an
What are you even
emergency.
talking about?
We
What
talked
year
about
is
this
this?
yesterday already.
Yeah, you see one guy that can tell a doc. You don't even know how to use DoorDash. You're
What?
definitely not using
Whoa.
television.
Excuse me, I have figured DoorDash out more than a few times since the last time we have hung out with each other. Okay, I get meat delivered every once in a while.
Yeah.
I figured
Oh,
it out.
do you?
But the teleconference is easy.
That's your digs.
I worked in telemedicine for 8 years, AJ.
See, Nick can help you.
I did. How do you
Listen,
think this
Well,
happened?
I'm glad you were able to take it off before the tournament. I don't want to see you playing golf with a neck brace.
Bro, Dr. Nelson told me that I should be good golfing this week, but if I have an issue, put the neck brace on.
Hey, so are you going to WD on Sunday if you're playing bad, like
Withdrawal?
players could do? Yeah.
I mean, I won't because I won't let a course beat me, but I mean, we'll see how the neck holds up. I got a bad case of whiplash.
Whiplash, yeah.
I was told that by Dr. Nelson through my teleconference.
Are you going to have to Romo where you try to put your penis in the green?
If I have to cat-cow.
Can you show them what cat and camel is? Or you call it cat and cow or cat and camel?
Cat camel's a
Where I
better
come from.
description, by the way.
Yeah,
Where
'cause
you
the
can-
hump.
Yeah, because you're actually trying to. I don't got to do
Do we have that clip though? Just see it as they pan, and Tony's doing cat and camel on the fringe. It's just so good. I feel for him because I'm like, hey, it does help.
You do need that every once in a while. You know what we need?
No.
Another 2 hours of sports talk.
Hell yeah.
yeah. What?
Hour 2 begins in about 15, 20 seconds. We'll see you then. Some phone calls on the 5 Energy phone line. And a call from Aaron Rodgers.
Whoa.
Yeah, 2 o'clock-ish. See you then. Bye.
The Pat McAfee Show.
There'll be no rules for our guests, for us, for the things we can talk about.
Speaking his mind
I've never had a problem expressing my opinions or my thoughts or anything like that.
while being relatable.
I haven't had that manufactured fake-ass celebrity that a lot of people have whenever they go on those big networks. I've had a chance to really build my crew, build my following, build my audience.
And ridiculous.
What am I supposed to do? So I'm supposed to look at something that I can definitely afford and say, nah. Is that what I'm supposed to do?
The Pat
What the fuck are
McAfee
you
Show
doing?
starts in 3, 2, 1.
Welcome back to that show, Hour 2, on this Wednesday, July 6th, 2022. Shall begin immediately following this beat drop from Twine. Let's go.
Let's ride. You still had yourself muted, you clown.
How come nothing's sacred around here? You know?
Some people just don't
This is
respect
usually
it.
my rejoiner time from the attic, so being in person
Not just
was a little
rejoiner.
different.
This is normally your
This is my
first join.
my initial join.
Yeah.
Intro.
How does it feel to do 3 hours today? You in the middle of this right now. You
How sleepy
carb up for the marathon of
I
today?
have to. I do sometimes get tired, so but no, I feel good. High energy so far.
Oh, how was the drive today, huh?
Drive
Stay
was good.
awake?
I picked up my brother, so he was with me the last 2 hours, kept me awake. It was nice.
Did you both foot the whole
What do you-
way?
I mean, I drove. Yeah, I drove here.
Was there any moments where you were like, you know what, maybe just drive with one foot like most humans do that don't have to drive stick?
No, but my cars are stupid now. You know, like they're spaceships. So I parked next to your spaceship actually, which is awesome. My Honda spaceship rental is not.
What
And
was
a
it?
little thing pops up every 2 seconds. It said, or like every 10 minutes. I took a picture. Actually, it says you might want to take a break, and it shows a cup
yeah.
of coffee.
Yeah, yeah.
So I guess if you're swerving at all, it tells you that and tells you to pull over.
Okay.
It told me that 50 times.
Smart. So that's because you were falling asleep?
Why does it need to do
Because
that?
it's reading your heart rate. So whenever you have your hands on the wheel, it's reading your heart rate. And when it senses that you are about sleep, which you have done in the past and did this morning with your brother in the
No,
car.
I didn't fall asleep at all. But if you veer at all, it
why
tells
is the
you to
car
shut
saying,
down.
get a coffee, cuz? It's because it can feel your heart rate. And you're...
Because it's like analytics. You need to take everything into account.
Maybe
it
they thought he was
doesn't know
all
me.
boozed up.
Maybe they did. Hey, you're hammered. Go take a 30-minute break.
Sober up, pal.
Get a cup of
What
coffee.
if it had a cold shower, or a little graphic on it for you to have? Now that we have somebody that came from the same place you did, literally and figuratively, I have a question. Ryan, and hopefully we'll have your mic. Do you drive with both feet as well, or is this just an AJ thing?
It's just an AJ
Okay,
thing.
thank you. All right, so you think he's a
Fucking
clown for
clown.
doing this, Ryan, or no?
I mean, I don't have the knee pain that he's in, which I know is tough. But yeah, I think it's just at him. He kind of invented it. I'm wondering if others now do it because he's done it.
Ryan,
only elite race car drivers can do it. So
no, only elite race car drivers have to do it, not can do it.
And I have to do it too. It's just what.
Why? Because your right knee's bad?
Oh, no, because I told you I started it because of injuries and then said this is a much more efficient way to drive. I'm doing this forever now.
All right, well, we're proud of you for making it out here. Thank you. I'm happy your car, though, knows you. That's the problem with AI, right? That car is a rental because his other truck got stolen, which has since been found. But that car knows him better than us after years. Oh, this fucking big guy's hands seem to be getting a little bit heavier on this wheel. Is his head bobbing off the back? They probably got a sensor on the back, and that big thing is breaking the sensor as it's bouncing up and down. You have a problem out there. You're a menace, but we thank you for driving out because you in studio is better than you not in studio. Chicago Mayor Lightfoot, who has not been in the news for anything at all, is considering putting a dome on Soldier Field to keep the Bears around town.
Okay.
So now the Chicago Bears, Soldier Field might be domed up. And I've been talking about this for a long time. Every stadium should have a dome. Every stadium should have turf. Every stadium environment should be 75 degrees, sunny, no wind at all. Let those punts fly through the stadium with the greatest of ease. There's no need for a little side wind or a headwind or a nightmare twisting circular tornadic wind in any stadium. Let the kickers live a little bit. Let the punters live a little bit. And let your fans know when they show up, go ahead and take the jacket off. Enjoy the moment a little bit. The Wi-Fi will be better with the roof on this thing. What an experience. So much better for football. AJ Hawk, your thoughts on every single stadium being a dome, every single stadium being 70 degrees, every single stadium having Wi-Fi 100 up, 100 down.
Whoa.
What are your thoughts on that?
100 down is a lot. It's asking a lot. 100 down.
Well, that's why you put the dome in there because
I will tell you,
boom, 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 boom.
It has fiber. Fiber runs through Soldier Field, so the internet's amazing.
Oh, think about how much better it'll get when it has a roof on it.
The question.
Oh, yes, that's football.
Wow.
That's what football
Is it a dome?
Let's go.
Is it a dome or is it a retractable roof? That's a big difference.
Well, I think it's going to be a dome.
If it's retractable, cool. So
they
we can
also
take it out and
said
play
they're
the
going to
elements.
add 20,000 seats in there, too.
They're gonna add 20? They got to build on then, right?
Yeah, so they would have to probably build up a
Or just
little
make
bit.
them all bleachers. That would add like 30,000 people.
That'd be
And
sweet.
if it's 70 and sunny every time, the bleachers are great.
Yeah, it'll be
bleachers
warm.
are great. Football people are going to hate this. They're going to be so mad about this because Soldier Field is like one of those historic places.
But you know what? Sorry to cut you off. Wimbledon has retractable roofs now. Which that is like the most historic history.
Yeah,
like, hey,
Wimbledon.
we are
That's
so
England.
stuck up and snooty, and they have two of them, I think, in their main
Don't
courts.
compare Wimbledon to fucking.
Just real quick.
They both have like a great, rich history.
I have to hate Wimbledon. I have to hate Wimbledon because Wimbledon was on ESPN and ESPN2 while Joey Chestnut took out a protester and ate 63 hot dogs and buns in 10 minutes, was on ESPN News. What are we doing? So I hate Wimbledon, even though I know the allure and the respect of it. But what you're saying is the olds have the ability to adapt, you're saying, with modern technology. You can still keep the greatness of the open roof whenever things are happening and nature happens, but at least have the option for if a game is going to be canceled or a game is going to be had like a Super Bowl or a massive game so that there is an actual field to play on as opposed to letting weather dictate who wins, who loses. Who has the ball on one side of the field more than the other just because the wind is going a certain way. That Buffalo-New England game, although awesome, imagine if that's an AFC championship game or an NFC championship game. Nobody's going to be happy. Everybody's going to be pissed about it. I think that is why the dome or the retractable roof is going to grow in popularity going forward, but there's going to be so many people pissed off about it. There's going to be so many. This is that soft-ass football in the making that's been happening over the years. There's no more contact. You can't go helmet to helmet. You see very little concussions. And now they got roofs over Soldier fucking Field. I mean, I can already hear it happening, I think.
Yep. Not in Heinz Field.
No, I'd fucking puke, dude.
Not in Lambeau.
Nope.
Not in not in Gillette. Not in Buffalo.
But if you put a retractable dome on there, then it's a 12-month-a-year facility. And if Kanye wants to have a listening party in February, you can have it. So it also will make him a lot more money.
Don't care, don't want it.
Yeah.
And
You don't, but maybe the people of Chicago do. Zeke, what do they say?
Well, Mayor Lightfoot wants it. That means Chicago wants
Yeah,
it.
like she's never been in the news.
Oh, no. Mayor Lightfoot's a goddamn scumbag.
Whoa!
If I could run for like a mayor to be in Chicago, I would do it in a heartbeat.
Who you want? You want Jussie to win?
We
What
want
do you
Zito. deal? Z, what is your deal?
Urlacher.
What is your problem?
Urlacher do well.
Listen, let's just. We don't know the
Cutler.
I just assumed Mayor Lightfoot is speaking for all of Chicago, so I apologize.
That too.
Yeah, it's the mayor. Now I can't think of this city and our mayor and whether or not he speaks for everybody in Indianapolis.
This mayor.
Not 100% sure, but I mean there has to be a lot of businesses. That
But
are
Z,
not
do
thrilled
people
with
like
this.
the mayor there?
No. Hater.
Why?
Is that real or is that just your friends? Is that
That's a real thing. It's
everybody is against Mayor Lightfoot also?
Yes.
Is this a heel play? Is this a heel move by her saying I'm gonna put a dome on a stadium? Like is this her buying into everybody hating her?
She's trying to get a Super Bowl, right? That's all she's trying to
the
get.
team.
Yeah, what about the other facility, the land they bought?
Arlington,
Yeah.
30 or 3 years or something like that.
That's why she's doing this because she wants to keep the Bears in the
So
city.
that brings the fans to you because we can't take the Bears out of Soldier Field, so she's bringing them back on her side. That's what she's doing.
Arlington Bears, though, going to have a retractable roof.
Yeah, and a
for
casino,
sure.
and a hotel, and a shopping mall.
Plaza,
and-
bring money to the city.
Yeah, exactly. They're
That
going to make
the Bears
$40 million.
own all of it.
Yeah.
They agreed to do
That's
the
up.
Arlington purchase in 2023, so the purchase hasn't gone through yet. There's an agreement to do it at a later date.
What does that mean? Is this like a Tepper in that one city in Carolina?
Yeah.
Like that type of deal? Where it's like, hey, we'll pay for this in the future together, right? Oh, you stop paying for it? Cool, we're not coming here. I filed bankruptcy. I ain't paying anybody. Get the fuck out of here. Somebody's going to have to clean up that building we partially built.
Yeah,
That's what happened with the
Sounds
Panthers.
like agreed to terms, but have not signed the paperwork.
Oh, what a situation.
There's a lot of money involved.
Well, that's like in these negotiations that people have. They'll say, well, we're on the 1 yard line. Well, there's some goal line defenses that are fucking really good.
Oh, yeah.
And
Compress the field is tough to score.
it's tough to score down there, especially with the way offenses are wide open right now. So in that 1 yard, 3 feet, 36 inches,
Yeah.
there's a lot of things that you normally have to get through, and they're normally very small, and they're very difficult. So agreeing to terms is good news, but it feels like they might be on 1 yard line. When people agree to terms, it's like, yeah, the overall is good, but we got to get into the finer details of this thing.
Phase zero.
And you might, phase zero has been complete,
Yeah.
I think, at this point. But you might have A.J. Hawk on the other side playing goal line D.
Exactly.
You know what I mean? And what happens when the big Ohio white with the long hair is doing Paul Mall flips up over the offensive line? You're on the 1 yard line, but you might not want to be on the 1 yard line. You'd rather be on the 7 or the 8 maybe, because now you're dealing with the nitty gritty at this point.
Yeah, and what happens when it's 4th and goal? You've made 3 stops, and then that same guy, he has a pass interference. And, he runs into the running back instead of blocking it. And then all of a sudden we got, 1st and goal on the 1 yard line. Now you got 4 more down. Sometimes it turns into an 8-down battle.
But there's no time left on the clock. There's no time left on the clock, though, I think.
But, I mean, there's still an untimed down. So, 5th down.
Yeah, he's talking about waiting. You jumped over.
Oh, thank you for bringing that up. That was a great win for the Packers.
That was a
Appreciate
great win
you.
for the
Yeah, you didn't celebrate at all. You were too busy.
I
getting-
chased down the ref. Yeah.
Yeah. Told him to fuck
He
himself.
still was dead wrong. He knows.
He knows. He is.
I don't know who it was.
It was Corrente.
Was it really?
No, it wasn't. But
Well, if it was Corrente, you start running at him, he would
would've.
back that thing.
Yeah.
I forgot that was him.
Well, in the next play, anyways, AJ jumped over a lineman and ate somebody in the hole.
Well, that's what A.J. Hawk does, and that's what I'm talking about. Goal line is not necessarily the easiest.
You got to
it's
strain a lot.
a lot of
Goal line.
strain. Everybody, goal line.
Coaches say that strain through it. The rep, that's the thing. That registered with me.
Hey, goal line drill day. Everybody is mad. Everybody hates it. And
Head coach is super pissed if the defense does well and stop. Head coach is livid. So is the O-line coach.
Run it
too.
again?
Yeah. I'm just
Okay.
going to keep going. Okay, coach, cool. So we're going to run until they score? I thought this is a drill, right? This isn't a competitive drill? Cool. All right, cool. I'm killing everybody. That's when everybody just starts submarining into the offense.
yeah, people start getting very upset on both sides. Normally where a fight will begin. Goal line drill day.
Usually starts D-line coach, O-line coach start yelling at each other. And then
Well,
D-line,
tell them to stay
O-line.
up.
Yeah.
Tell them to stay up. Well, tell them not to hold there. Tell them not to hold there. And then there's one little pop off. There's one little line that
One
said,
push.
and then an extra after the whistle. One little off balance push, and then here we go. The entire team is
And
fighting.
everybody
each
is
other.
so tired, too, by that point that everyone is fighting super tired, and then the adrenaline dump after the fight. And then you have multiple reps that are just death after that.
There's yelling, there's screaming, there's hands slapping helmets, and then there's like 15 whistles going off. It is full pandemonium. And that is what the goal line drill brings.
That's right.
Which leads us back to our point. Being on the 1 yard line isn't necessarily a good thing. Should have scored before then. Should have got in.
So is this a message to Lori Lightfoot? Like, hey, 1 yard. Is she on the 1 yard line?
No.
Well, they agreed to terms.
she's
they
not
haven't
on the field.
Yeah, she's on
the
the
Arlington Park is
They
on the
might
1
be
yard
in the
line.
high red zone. They might be in the high red. If they agreed to terms, they've gotten into the
high red. You got some room to work with. Yeah, it's pretty good. Take a shot out there.
We'll get a retractable roof, maybe. No, we're thinking of dumb. Well, what about the parking lot? Well,
how much would if they wanted to put a retractable roof on Soldier Field? What does that cost? $5 billion?
I'm not sure.
Like 800 mil. That's just massive amount of engineering.
How much was this stadium? 1.8 billion, I think.
Yeah, and I believe the city paid for 1.75 billion.
Cheap. That's cheap compared to everything else.
Yeah, but we have the retractable roof, and they started from ground zero. So I would assume if you're just adding the retractable roof, I don't think it would maybe
500 mil.
Yeah, probably a few hundred.
Yeah.
$25 to $50 million is what's either
to put a retractable roof on Soldier. No way.
Yeah,
that's
but that's
just on a dome stadium project.
Dome, not a retractable.
No, but you also got to think about the foundation that they have to build off of Soldier Field to get the.
That's what I'm saying. It's way more than 50 mil.
I'll say $100 million.
Lucas Oil was $720 million.
People have $100 million houses.
2008, $720 million. That's it.
Yeah, and they
to build it.
Yeah, the city paid for 700.
If you build it now, it would be $3 billion.
Yeah, but we've also.
Well, what they're trying to get to is.
Yeah.
We learned a lot about a lot of
taxes.
things.
You want the taxes to pay for it.
Paid for the whole
Wow.
If we don't get 2 Super Bowls, I want to, pick it in the whole entire thing out front of Lucas Oil Stadium.
Would you want the Super Bowl here?
Money.
Oh, it was awesome here.
Yeah.
It
I
was
actually was
awesome.
here. I didn't go to the game, but I was in the parking lot.
So the weather was perfect.
Yeah.
So that weather has yet to happen since then in the Super Bowl.
Yeah, it was really nice.
65 degrees. Everything was
they
wide
got lucky
open.
in New York as well.
No rain, no snow.
I was tailgating with a
Jesus.
company with a sweet bus. It was like a marketing thing I was doing, so I got to hang out and tailgate outside the stadium. And yeah, I was thinking, looking back, it was February and it was awesome.
They had a zip line through the city.
That's sweet.
No,
Yeah.
If that zip line is in actual Indianapolis when it normally is, that's 25 degrees on that zip line. So you can go ahead and knock off at least 15 degrees. Because when you're on a motorcycle, they say knock off like 20 degrees. That zip line not going as fast as a motorcycle, but it is suspended up in the sky a little bit more. So probably take off like 15 degrees. Would probably be about 10 degrees. Ain't nobody getting on that fucking zip line.
Remember Minnesota?
Oh, so cold.
I don't think they should have cold weather Super Bowls.
Well, that's the enticement of building a new stadium, though. Yeah. That's why you can get taxpayers to
But
give
the
up.
Super Bowl is about everything surrounding the game for the week leading up to it. All the money, all the parties, all the people that spend all the cash that support the NFL.
For you as a fan and as a former player, that's the case. But the NFL is like, hey, if you will get taxpayer money to make our stadiums better, we'll give you a Super Bowl.
I mean, the NFL figured it out.
They got
Rodgers has it figured out. You're right.
Completely figured out.
Well, and that's why Arlington Park has to happen, because we've talked about how all this money Jerry World makes and Patriots Place, every team probably wants to have their own little almost community around their stadium where they can have people in for the entire day and weekend.
In those owners' meetings, when they were going through the amount of money that would be fined to the other team if a non-vaccinated player starts a spread of COVID and the game gets canceled, Jerry Jones like, fuck, you're gonna have to pay me $77 million. There was $77 million. Yeah, fuck. Parking lot, casino, fucking stadium.
Hotel.
Like, these go-go dancers getting tips. Where do you think those tips come? Right back to old Uncle Jerry. You fucking got it. And then the Patriots are like, yeah, we're gonna need $55 million or $60 million. And you got these teams that don't own the property around the stadium, don't own the stadium at all. They're looking at these owners going, you're making how much?
The other owners are laughing at them. For sure.
Yeah.
What do you wait? You don't have this?
Yeah.
You better figure out a way to start this process.
That's exactly what everybody's doing right now. Everybody is trying to find.
When I was ending in Green Bay in 2014 or 15, whatever it was, they were starting that whole deal of they had bought up a lot of the land and now it's awesome. They got the hill, the bars. They own it all now, which it's good
$200
for
million
everybody.
a year.
It's a win-win. It's a win-win for the fans and them. Who knows how much money Green Bay
$200
brings
million
in.
a year. That's what they had to file.
That's what we know. But then hey, let's open up some stock sale. Here we go. There's another 80 mil cash infusion.
Yeah, that happened just 2 weeks ago. They
Piece of
opened
paper.
And then you take that and you build new suites on the one end zone. Oh, cool. Here we go.
And no owners taking.
It's awesome. It's pretty awesome. Hey, it's a great spot.
So you have the ability to pay anybody anything you want to pay them.
Yeah.
So that's why I always wondered, well, they offered Devontae Adams more money than.
Yeah, they did. That was more longevity.
Right? Isn't that what happened?
That's what they say, right? Isn't that what Aaron said?
How come that never gets talked about whenever Tannenbaum goes on and says Aaron Rodgers is prima donna, selfish fucking prick, took a big paycheck, and now he doesn't have Devontae Adams to throw the ball to? That's what Tannenbaum said.
I mean, does he really still say that, though? It doesn't make
last
sense.
Week,
Oh, yeah.
Said it in his basement last week. We heard it, literally.
It seems like we've had confirmation that that's not the case.
Yes, we have. Well, what are you talking about?
But what are you supposed to say, though? If you're a player, hey, I'm sorry that this team wanted to pay me a bunch of money and I said, okay. Is that what you do?
Who are you talking about?
If Tannenbaum's saying Aaron's taking all this money, leaving away. I mean, I understand.
No, none of it matters.
You
though.
got to structure
they
it.
still offered
You
it.
structure it so you could help. You can bring other teammates on. You don't need to ask a guy to take a big pay cut.
Well, and that's why whenever it was announced the way it was announced, you know, how proper, like what the actual contract was, as opposed to what it's normally kind of laid out as, oh, this is a 6-year deal, a 5-year deal. His was announced as what it actually was, as opposed to the years that are taken off money from the salary to add to the salary cap. So it's all kind of a rehearsed, I believe. It feels like it was a rehearsed attack on old this guy's prima donna selfish prick.
Yeah, and I mean, we talked about how stats play for both teams. Like their anger, at least Tannenbaum's has been, instead of talking about how like the Packers have never drafted in the first round like a wide receiver or anybody for Aaron, they just talk about the guys that they've drafted in the second and third round and how they're unbelievable at getting skill positions like Devontae and Jordy and now
Which
Watson,
we agree, by the way.
which they are.
Those guys are great, but there's a reason people go in the top 10. It's normally or top whatever first round. It's normally because they're fucking physical freaks that run 4.4s with massive heads and can do everything like a number 5 overall pick here. That's why whenever you hear, oh, no first round picks have been used on a Green Bay Packer wide receiver, you have to think to yourself, oh, so like, who knows who's going to be a dog, who isn't going to be a dog? But at least, you know, the physical specimen is why somebody goes in the first round. Like, hey, there is no other this human out there right now.
Especially at the wide receiver position, and I'd say the last, 4 to 6 years, probably going back farther, there are absolute monsters coming out every year that day
What is
one.
there, like 8?
Yeah, they step in day one, and they are like the number one receiver of that team, and they're all pro. I'm like, geez, like, is every receiver from these big-time schools just a stud right away?
Well, and there's like 7 or 8 of them going in the first round.
Yeah.
Like, and they're all, boom, pick it up, put them in.
And you don't even have to be great with Aaron. You can be good, and Aaron will make you great.
Whoa. What are you holding his water for?
Yeah.
Water. Yeah, he holding his water.
Washing his ball.
This guy.
Absolutely, I'm a big ball washer.
Hey.
I got to watch him firsthand throw the ball. Like, talk to my brother. He washes Aaron's balls as well. Like, when it comes
hold on.
to football.
I wash the same balls.
When it comes, I'm talking when it comes to football. Like,
greatest football player of all time.
I think, like the release. I think that's what separates him. Obviously, his brain, everything, and his arm strength. But his release is so quick and so he can change. I don't know. That's what I think when I would watch other guys, what sticks out to me.
Okay, so
I talked to him about his release too, how he like does it, and I'm like, I couldn't even.
Bro, he goes like this. He throws like a dart.
But he takes like his little. He doesn't bring the ball back. He's explained it like how he does. I'm like, oh, okay.
Yeah, but he throws a dart. Like when he throws it, it's literally like he's just throwing it. Like
flick.
he's just throwing darts.
Looks
or whatever.
effortless.
It is. It's unbelievable, and he's able to put it. That's why I think I'm such a big fan, because he don't give a fuck. He acts nothing like the person that you would think is the greatest football thrower of all time would act. Right?
How would you think someone like that should
Robot,
act?
stereotype. I need to work. I need to do this every single day. I need to work on this. And Aaron comes in. He's like, yeah, I'm just, in my free flow state or whatever, man. Just doing my thing. And how many balls have you thrown? I've thrown a couple. I mean, we got time for that or whatever. Then he comes back, gets the ball. Where's that net? Oh, 60 yards away. Okay, let me just. All right, still got it.
All right,
okay,
cool.
good. Let me go win another fucking MVP with hair. It's just
so good.
I enjoy it because he doesn't give a fuck.
He loves it.
That is why I like it.
I know Aaron talks about like, oh yeah, I could retire or whatever. Like he absolutely loves it. He loves dominating people. He loves competing. He loves fighting in practice. Like if a guy picks him in practice, he
threw
hates
that ball
dude
at that
for
kid.
Yeah, so like that kid.
Yeah.
That was a good pick by that kid. He should save that clip.
Yeah, he will.
Say that ball too.
Yeah, get that ball signed.
Get him to sign it.
I'm sure Aaron will be happy to sign it.
Yeah, for sure.
Charles a big dong on it. Here you go, kid.
Well, this will be the best defense he's probably had, right? I mean, aside from having AJ Hawk in the middle, but this is probably one of the best defenses
They
he's
should
had.
be. Yes, they should. On paper, they look amazing.
So what? The last time they had a top 10 D, they won a Super Bowl or something like that, right?
Yeah,
and that always what it said.
Well, and then there's that stat too, where it's like the worst 5 Brady defenses were all still in between 10 and 20, and Aaron's worst 5 are like 32, 32, 31, 31, 32.
Yeah, but it's Aaron.
Yeah, exactly, and that's why.
And since we said that, guess what we're doing? Washing balls.
Of course.
Washing balls, holding water.
Holding water. What are you gargling Aaron for? Jeez, all the time.
Stop slurping him.
This guy, you fucking shows just turned into an Aaron Rodgers show. Well, we cover the NFL. He's the back-to-back MVP, and he comes on our show every single week during the season.
Watch a game.
I assume every show's talking about him, by the way.
Yeah.
Don't know if you know. We just have a little different take on old Aaron, which we like him.
He's a good guy.
Seems like a lot of other people that do the sports do not.
Well, a lot of people just
You know
looking
why?
for clips.
You know why?
Because it gets clicks.
Because he doesn't do what they
Yeah.
would expect or hope that person would do.
Yeah.
And he doesn't give a fuck. Breaks the mold completely.
Just if you need to know, like we said, and we've been watching his balls for 20 minutes now, but just talk to other players in the league.
And other athletes around other
Oh,
leagues.
see, that's like you hear, I know a guy, a big basketball player. My wife was doing his house. He lives down in Miami. She's doing his house. He has like a Mount Rushmore in his mirror. He was putting up pictures of people. She's like, okay, who do you want? He's like Michael Jordan, Tiger, like Ronaldo, and he's like an A-Rod. And she's like, oh, Aaron Rodgers? He's like, yeah, of course. And it's just, and that's how
Ponytail
all
or
of them.
how would you?
I don't know what the final product turned out to be, but Aaron was on that list, and I'm like, yeah, that's how most athletes, what they would say.
And it's because I think we all, and as a far, I wasn't friend. I appreciate that he's his own person. Like he's just breaks the mold, don't give. I love it.
Yeah.
I love anybody that does that and continues to show up. Like, all right, fuck off.
The reason other people, talk differently is because like some of these marks have websites and they get a lot of clicks when they write about stuff, about Aaron.
Some of these marks. How cool do you feel saying that?
I'm pretty good. I thought about it for like 25 minutes before we got here.
You nailed it.
Nice.
Didn't rush the delivery.
No.
Is a Mark
I
an
think so.
idiot?
It's like AJ Hawk, Mark.
For what though? I got to be for. So I'm a Mark for a certain thing.
Yeah, certainly.
You can't just be a complete. I guess you could be a complete.
You can be a complete Mark.
Yeah, you can be a Mark for like bad driving.
You're a Mark.
Okay, thank you.
No.
I'm not giving you the power to put a negative connotation on it. I will take it as
We're
a
back
positive.
in 4 minutes.
Thank you. I gotta pee.
We'll be back in 4 minutes. We got Aaron Rodgers on the other side after all that washing of the balls.
Oh, nice.
5-6 minute conversation as he's on his road to Tahoe. Can't wait to chat with him and ask him his thoughts on how we do our thing. See you then. Bye. Everybody assumed that the Packers were going to try to get some weapons, and nobody has heard from you since Davante Adams got moved to the Las Vegas Raiders. When that move happens, obviously we know the connection and the relationship that you and Davante have. You've talked about it on this show ad nauseum and how much respect you have for him. Did that surprise you? Obviously you're not going to be able to replace a Davante Adams, but how has that conversation evolved with the Packers from you, and what do you think are going to be the steps going forward?
Well, we've had a lot of success with the second and third round receivers in Green Bay. You look at Greg Jennings and Jordy Nelson, Randall Cobb, James Jones in the third round, obviously Davante Adams in the second round. Those guys turned out pretty good. So I'm not sure. I think we're about to pick here in a second, but it was a little surprising with Davante. Obviously, when I made my decision, I was still thinking he was going to come back. I was very honest with him about my plans and my future and where I saw my career going as far as how many years I wanted to play. But I felt like he was going to be back. Didn't obviously turn out that way, but I have so much love for Tay and appreciate the time we spent together and definitely wish him the best with Derek in Vegas. But that's a big hole to fill for sure.
Yeah, Davante's an absolute stud. And thank you for talking about that, by the way. I think people are going to be intrigued to hear that. Whenever you said that it did surprise you a little bit, I saw Mad Mel Kiper shake his head. But it doesn't sound like you are that pissed off about it either. You understand business is business, and you have faith and trust in Goody and LaFleur and everybody over at Green Bay, much more now than maybe in the past?
Well, it is the business. It's a tough business. It's a wonderful profession. And those of us who've been blessed to play for so long realize that completely. And there's a lot of things that happen that surprise you, even still. And I thought that based on the number that we offered Davante and, being able to play with me for a few more years would definitely make a difference. But in the end, I think he was ready to move on and wanted my help in making that happen. And it was a tough position to be in for sure because I love him. And I care about him and want him to be happy. And he's definitely going to be missed.
No. What a course, man. Thanks for bringing that luck, guys.
Great putt.
What a roll. Bang. Look at this guy. Bang.
Shooter! McAfee, the rattlesnakes are starting to rattle a little bit. This is the time they come out, I've been told. When the sun goes after Camelback Mountain and it starts to be a little bit shady in the shadows, this is where the rattlesnakes hibernate. That's where I make putts at, too.
Let's go. 30 points. No go.
No go. Here's the Super Bowl champion, Alan Quay Shipley of Pittsburgh. More specifically, Moon Township. Welcome back to the That's probably smart. Guy's a big brain.
Yeah, it is interesting though.
Yeah.
Because the universal units.
Yeah, but then you're playing. Anyways, we had a conversation off air that none of you that are listening heard.
Sorry.
Even the people that are in the back room could not have heard. So that was literally a convo that only 5 of us could have heard that continued onto the show. And that's why this show stinks. So we do apologize
And
for
I
that.
didn't even get it, really.
We're heading out to Tahoe. Well, because if you do it in meters, it's already going to account for the 10% difference or the 10-yard, 15-yard difference that Tahoe will have.
You're right, Nick. It doesn't make sense
Due to
do
the
it.
air.
No, it does. So you're just playing it as the meters just play it as if you're not at altitude.
Ground zero.
Because the yards, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
That's the whole
I mean,
thing.
if it's 150 yards and they're like, oh, the ball goes farther, I'd be like, okay, I'll hit it. If I would hit a pitching wedge, I will hit a 54 now.
Yes. Your club.
Instead of having to change
Dahn.
and go to meters and use a different metric.
Yeah, but he's just playing a different game than you are.
He's playing chess.
Yeah, absolutely. We know that. Speaking of playing chess and playing a game, there's a $100K free to play about us taking down Tahoe this weekend. That's right, the $100K Tahoe takedown is now live on FanDuel, both the fantasy area and the sportsbook area in the free-to-play tab. So it's not just states that have legal sports gambling. This is open for like 48 out of the 50 states, I believe.
Let's go.
$100,000 in total prizes are up for grabs, mostly cash. It's available in any state, even where sports betting isn't legal. Get in on the action for the $100K in prizes and follow along as we take down Tahoe.
Oh, yeah.
Here's some questions that are included. You'll fill out a questionnaire, basically 13 of them, and then whoever has the most points after the questionnaire is figured out and done with after the weekend, you will then fall into a place to win prizes.
Let's go.
Will me or AJ finish higher on a leaderboard? Huh? Is that a question you think?
What if we tie for real?
That's an option.
Okay.
AJ will win. Pat will win. They will tie. Okay. Will Aaron Rodgers finish in the top 20 on the leaderboard? Yes, no, he will finish at 20. So it's always an option.
Wow.
Will I finish in the top 50? Okay. Or will I end up a finish? And there's another 10 questions that I think everybody should enjoy. It's stable for scoring. It's not actual scoring. So the way this will go is an albatross is 10 points.
Damn.
That's hole in one on a par 4?
Yes.
Yeah, I have no clue.
I thought it was just a hole in one at all.
A hole in one on a par 3, 8 points. Albatross, hole in one on a par 4, 10 points.
Or a 2 on a par 5.
What you can do, there's definitely one, you can driven the ball over the green on a par 4. You could get a 1 on a 4.
Okay. Eagle, 6 points. Birdie, 3 points.
Yes.
Par, 1 point. Bogey, no blood, 0 points. Double bogey or worse, you lose 2 points. So then it's a scoring system. AJ finished last year's tournament with a negative 10.
Okay.
The winner had a plus 89 or something like that.
No, yeah. Maybe 70 or 60, high 60.
69.
For that, so my 10, it can look different too. Your scores, minus 10 looks different with some people. I shot like first day bad. I think I was 90. Then I went like 88, 87 or something. That was my score.
But your full scores don't matter. The only thing that matters is
I'm
your
trying
points.
to say that's what that equated to. That minus 10, that's what I shot though.
So you want bogey golf is good here.
Like if you're terrible, if you play old man golf and you hit the ball, you can only hit the ball 230 yards. It never goes. Then there's some people out there that their swing looks terrible. you would say they're a terrible golfer and they'll score in the positive points because they don't hit the ball far enough to get in trouble ever. And they just bogey every once in a while throw a par in there.
There's a question in there that is going to involve somebody typing in an answer, I believe, because that's going to be the tiebreaker if people get a lot of the questions right in that one. That it'll be how much of a difference is there between my score and your score?
Ooh.
You know, so you can guess that in a type in. There's 13 questions. That's one of them. Will myself, AJ, Aaron, Steph Curry, Justin Timberlake, Charles Barkley, or somebody else record an eagle or better is one of the questions.
Okay.
Easy questions, but it'll be fun. There's $100K to give away, and we hope everybody gets involved. We will be updating as the weekend goes along through our socials with old Nikki tweets, Evan Fox, and obviously Connor will be on the bag.
FanDuel app, correct?
What's that, pal?
FanDuel app as opposed to the Sportsbook app?
Both.
Both.
I believe
Okay.
both are actually in there. Now, we have some breaking news.
Whoa.
We did not expect this to happen, but just like Josina Anderson reported yesterday, look for the Baker timeline to happen today. Now, we didn't know if it was going to be the Seattle Seahawks. Ian Rappaport yesterday said he had not heard anything really materializing with the Seattle Seahawks. Now, here we are, Wednesday, July 6th, 2022. Baker Mayfield is going to the Carolina Panthers.
Wow.
Number 1 overall pick, Baker Mayfield, has been acquired by the Panthers for a 2024 conditional 5th-round draft pick. Sources tell Ian Rappaport and Tom Pelissero. Deal is obviously pending a physical. All parties split the financials to make this happen. So that's 9.75. No.
Yeah.
9.25.
Yeah, 18 and a half.
$9.25 million from each team. The Browns have been steadfast that they would pay $10 million basically through it. The Carolina Panthers wanted to go through their OTAs and their minicamp, and allegedly they'd been chatting a little bit, but they wanted to see what they had with Sam Darnold still being down on their roster, being owed $19 million this year because they picked up his 5th-year option before last season. Baker Mayfield is a Carolina Panther. Congrats to Baker, who gets out of Cleveland. Congrats to Cleveland, who wanted out of the Baker Mayfield business, and congrats to the Carolina Panthers, who for another season are taking a shot on who is going to be our franchise quarterback, and we will fucking run the carousel until we find our guy. Maybe it's Baker. Shout out to the Queen City. They go uptown there, not downtown in Charlotte. How do you feel about this move, AJ Hawk?
I mean, what other options did Carolina have? Jimmy G, maybe, if he's healthy. So, yeah, it completely makes sense. What does conditional mean? A conditional 5th round. What's that mean?
It's how much he plays, how much they win. It could move up. It could move down. This is what happened with Carson Wentz.
Yeah.
If he played 85% of the snaps, that became a 1st-round pick as opposed to a 3rd-round pick. And, of course, with 2 sprains. Okay, he missed no games because Carson Wentz is so fucking tough.
Dog.
All right, so it's probably something along the lines of that particular thing, playing time. $9.25 million for your starting quarterback. If you're the Carolina Panthers, you got to be pretty pumped up about this, especially if you don't believe in the quarterbacks that you have on your roster right now.
Yeah, and that throws a huge wrench into the Jimmy G train because obviously
He can't go to Seattle.
Can't go to
Jimmy
Seattle.
Cleveland. I'm telling you, sign him for a year. Michael Lombardi, I agree with him.
It makes sense him going to Cleveland for 1 year. If
Cleveland is set up everywhere but the quarterback position. They have so much talent there right now, man. I think it would be great.
I love that the Browns would be like, yes, give us Jimmy G.
I don't know if they would. I'm just, spitballing.
Yeah, now the Bucks I think make more sense for Jimmy G. If he why wouldn't
back
he?
into Tom Brady's camp.
Yeah,
Don't they
Why
have
does
the
he want to
same
sit
agent?
though? Jimmy
Still
doesn't want
close.
to sit. I think Jimmy wants to play.
Yeah, but would you rather play in? I mean, he's not going to Seattle. You can just rule that out. So where else? What other team
Maybe
needs a
Cleveland.
quarterback?
Cleveland makes a lot of sense for Jimmy G, and I think there's some Italians up there in Cleveland. I think
Yeah, there
are.
is. There are, actually.
But Joel Bitonio.
Is Baker better than Sam Darnold?
Well, that's
Wait, is Baker the guaranteed starter, or are they going to say this is a competition?
$9.25 million. They're paying Sam 19.
That's what I'm saying. So are you going to say, hey, this is going to be a little bit of a competition? Like, what does Rule do?
We know that Rule might not operate this way, but as an NFL owner, since Tepper has become the owner, Rule is, hey, anybody can fucking get it.
I don't care.
Cam Newton, I'll pay you $10 million to come on in. We got Sam Darnold coming back. We will sit his fucking ass, even though we picked up his entire thing. There's now breaking news. Baker Mayfield is taking a pay cut. Baker Mayfield is taking a $3.5 million pay cut to make the trade to Carolina possible. The Browns will pay $10.5 million per Garofalo, while Carolina takes $5 million. Baker gets his wish to find a new team and took a pay cut to make that happen. Josina alluded to that. Josina said, will Baker take less money if he wants to go somewhere else and be a guy, because that might be what it takes. He goes from $18.5 million guaranteed next year down to $15 million guaranteed next year, with the Browns taking $10.5 and the Panthers getting a $5 million Baker Mayfield. What a move by the Carolina Panthers.
What a value deal.
Yeah,
If Baker's your starting quarterback,
in a fifth round,
and he's serviceable, and you're only paying him $5 million, it's like you have a guy on his rookie contract, but actually a cheaper, like a late round rookie contract guy almost.
How about a chip on his shoulder, baby?
Oh, yeah.
Exactly.
Guess who they
Can
play
you
week
imagine?
one?
Who's that?
Who?
Panthers Browns week 1.
Oh,
where is it?
Good
And
question.
Let's ride.
If it's listed as Panthers Browns, it sounds like that's in Cleveland.
In Cleveland.
You can just use the verse.
Are
As
they
No,
gonna
it's
boo
in
him?
Carolina.
Oh, so it's Browns Panthers.
Oh, Carolina's gonna give him a rousing ovation.
Oh, yeah, he's going to run out. Wait,
Yeah.
he's
Can you imagine after Baker may punch everybody in the face after he throws his first touchdown? It'll be fun to watch, man. I'm excited for him.
How about him going down that sideline? We've seen him walk down the sideline before and nobody say anything to him. He'll run down that sideline just like Cam Newton used to in Carolina with the celebration. And maybe it's just left hook to Stefanski, Andrew Barry, how you doing?
For
Keep
real.
it moving. Whoever else is going to be there that he didn't like from the past, boom, boom, boom. Suck it, suck it, suck it. We're keeping it moving. Happy for Baker, happy for the Browns, happy for the Carolina Panthers. Now you have to start thinking about Jimmy G, who's going to be the quarterback for the Browns, and what other moves does this mean are going to take place in the near future.
But if a lot of people are going to assume he's the starter week 1. Do they move Darnold now, I assume, or try to? Or because they drafted Corral and they got P.J. Walker.
I guess
too.
what, Seattle come after Sam? How's that work?
Sam Darnold now in a new home, going to Seattle. Who knows? We will keep our eye on it. Speaking of keeping our eye on something, we've had a goat watch all afternoon.
That's right.
You know, we don't really do phone calls on this show, but we've had our eyes on the phone line that we had put in the studio just in case a day like today came.
That's right.
Joining us now from the car on his road to Tahoe, the back-to-back MVP of the NFL, ladies and gentlemen, host of Aaron Rodgers Tuesday, Aaron Rodgers.
Hey!
What's up, dude?
Hey, I can't believe I get to see you guys pretty soon.
I know, we're all excited, man. We could see you right now, but since you're driving, had to do the old school phone call. We miss you over here, pal. I want to let you know that. How's the offseason been?
It's been fantastic. It's been incredible. I just got back from across the pond. Had a nice time over there.
Where'd you go?
I got to see my friends at Zenith in Switzerland.
Ooh, Switzerland over there, huh? Little watch trip for Aaron Rodgers.
Yeah, didn't you see the Instagram video?
Oh yes, I do remember that. You had your hair looks fantastic, by the way. You were walking around saying hello. It was a good caption.
Is it Zenith or Zenith? I always thought Zenith, and then I saw that, and you said Zenith.
It's definitely Zenith.
Why don't you be a cultured
Did you
fucking
know
human?
he didn't know that
swine.
before they paid him $20 million to go do the commercial. Come on.
Did you know that it was Zenith?
I did, yes.
Okay, so
Known from the beginning.
Company man.
what you do in Switzerland other than that? Did you stay over there? Did you do a little European tour? What you get into?
Yeah, they had a lot of events for me over there, and then I bounced around a couple other places. And I'm a history buff. You guys know that. So I got to see some different parts.
You stopped by the Ukraine?
No. No, I did not. But
Smart.
But I was actually in a country that borders Ukraine.
Oh.
Yeah.
How'd
A
that
little
go?
place called Hungary.
Oh, the Hungarians are good people, I've heard.
They are. They are fantastic. They have some nice food over there too. Very nice food.
So you've always loved to travel. I think last year or before COVID, we heard you were on the first thing out of a country, out in the middle of nowhere. Is that your biggest thing? Is that what you like to spend the majority of your time on, kind of seeing the world and shit?
Yeah, I mean, while I'm playing, I got a pretty good off-season spot that feels like a vacation. But I do enjoy traveling, and anytime you get a chance to kind of see the world, it changes your perspective. I think a lot of times in this media, driven opinion circle, we kind of, until we get out there and see different places, it can be domestically or internationally, you realize that there's actually a lot of great people out there, a lot of people that don't hate each other and that do get along and that are friendly and loving and conscious, and that's what I really enjoy about the chance to travel, and domestically or internationally, but internationally you get to kind of see some more history. The United States has been around as a country since, well, you can say the Declaration of Independence, which was, almost 250 years ago now. But some of these other countries, been around for thousands and thousands of years with dynasties and generations of culture and leadership, and there's a lot of great architecture and stories to be told, and I love getting over there and seeing some of those places.
Hell yeah.
Hey, how's your arm feel? We didn't see you post any videos of you throwing overseas. Do you take a ball? Have you been throwing at all? What was it like at minicamp? How's your body physically?
Yeah, thank you for asking, AJ. You obviously didn't watch my Zenith video because in the video I am on top of
Zenith.
Kind of a mountainous area, and I'm playing catch with Ed Berry.
Oh,
Ed?
Fucking money, Ed, dude.
Easy Ed was stinging your
Shout out to
fingers.
Ed, yeah. And the pressure was on him though, because if he had thrown a bad one, that would have gone over the cliff, and would have been like the Dalai Lama hitting the drive into a 1,000-foot crevasse.
Yep, of course.
But,
that's exactly what I was thinking too.
but yeah, no, I definitely got some throws in with Ed. I got some throws in the inside. That kind of made everybody a little bit nervous inside Zenith because there was this tiny little hallway, and you can't really see it on the video, but Julian, the CEO, was on one side, and there was this like plexiglass on both sides. That was, the throw was a little bit tight, and there were a lot of people looking at me like, "Are you going to be able to do this?"
Here we go. He's fucking Aaron Rodgers.
Yeah,
come on.
You make watches for a living, and they're awesome. I throw footballs for a living, so I'll be fine.
How cool did you feel right there? Then whenever you made the pass and it didn't break anything, did you feel like incredible? You had to feel so cool, dude. So cool.
Yeah, Pat. Really, really cool.
Show off in front of your Zenith friends. That is a beautiful thing. Let's talk about OTAs. You obviously got to see the building, chit-chat with some people, and I know we're looking ahead to Tahoe here. But what did you think of the young wide receiver? What did you think of Watson? What did you think of Sammy? What do you think about going into the season? Any thoughts on what you're going to have to focus on or anything like that?
Yeah, deep breaths. It's important for everybody involved. Deep, deep breaths. There's a lot of people in football, can't just be our team, that love to crown or obliterate players without pads on. This guy is going to be the greatest thing ever in shorts and a helmet. This guy sucks, can't play at all, he's terrible, won't make the team. Every year, there's opinions that start coming out about players in helmets and shorts, and I would just say, let's just everybody take a nice, deep, long breath and trust the training camp time that we have, trust the coaching staff, trust the relationships that'll be formed and continue to be formed, trust the guys in the room like Alan Lazard and Randall Cobb and Sammy Watkins to help these young guys out. Physically, though, they definitely looked the part. All three of them. All three of the guys we drafted all, have physical gifts. Obviously, the top two picks are bigger, Dobbs and Watson, but the seventh round pick got a lot of stuff to him. So I think it's going to be great. There's no better teacher for them on what NFL ball is going to be like than going against our top three corners, Jair, Eric Stokes, and obviously Rasul. So those guys will get a real quick initiation to the NFL. And I was joking with a couple of my buddies on the squad and in the personnel department and training room, and I said, could be a long training camp for the offense. I like the way our defense is looking and playing, and just on paper it looks like they're going to be pretty formidable. So it could be some growing pains for the offense, which would be great for us. It'd be nice to take our lumps from time to time, and I think it'll help us get better and facing a really good defense like that.
Hey, how's your golf game? I know FanDuel has different props out there that people can participate in. Are you going to get in top 20th out there? I talked to you the other day, and I know you said you weren't real happy with where your swing was at the moment.
Last time we seen him play.
I know you won the match, though. Yeah, you're coming off a big victory on national television for everybody, a clutch putt you hit. How do you feel going in? Are you going to win this thing?
I don't think that's a safe bet. I really don't think that's a safe bet to make. However, if there's some head-to-head stuff, I usually feel pretty good about my head-to-head matchups. Top 20 is kind of a benchmark for me, and I feel like it's attainable. The field is always, seems like it's getting a little bit better.
Okay.
But if I go out and put the ball in the fairway, then I think I should definitely be top 20 because I know the greens. I'm a good putter. And I played out here. This will be my 18th year, which is crazy.
He kind of sounds like Trump.
Every year I've been in the league, I've played in this event. So
it's like delivery.
Very thankful for that. And
listen,
just got to keep it in the fairway. I have no idea what you guys are talking about. Probably AJ talking some shit, but
no, I'm not.
Yeah, I'm sure he's got some Chuck Berry stories or something.
No, actually, he said
Great guitar player.
He said that your delivery over the phone, you sound like Trump, is what he said actually on the phone. This is interesting. We should do more of this. It's a little bit more, it feels a little old school, a little more intimate.
Mysterious.
We have to listen to every single word. Normally I'm a big watcher of the mouth, what's coming out and how you hear. But listening to every single word, it sounds like you're saying some good shit, by the way. Are you in a good spot right now?
Yeah, I'm in a great spot. Are you admitting you're kind of a mouth breather or just a mouth reader?
Well, both, actually, because I busted my nose as a child. I rode my bicycle into the side of a truck. So both those things, and they are my people. But
it hasn't messed with your looks, though, man. You're still a good-looking guy.
Look at that, dude.
Hell yeah.
Huh, Aaron fucking Rodgers thinks I'm handsome?
Huge.
Oh, this is big. What were you going to say, though, Tom?
No, I like her phone because
Oh, jeez, Ohio.
I picture him naked.
What?
What?
Who?
You.
Yeah, you.
Should go weird.
Oh, thanks.
See?
All right. Well, enjoy the ride, pal. We appreciate you. We pumped it to end it this way, the conversation.
At least a kimono.
Safe we got to drive a long way to get to the place we're headed to tonight. Huh? I did not know that was on the back end of this flight.
Yeah, bring your A game comedy. They might ask you to do some stand up. I don't know.
Hey, you put a mic in my hand. With the people that are going to be in that room, I think I'll be able to figure it out, hopefully. But I'm very excited. I'm thankful. I believe you were probably a massive part of me getting invited to this thing, so thank you. And we'll see you in a few hours, pal.
Hey, safe travels to you and the boys, and get ready. We're going to have some fun.
Yeah. You're the best. Back-to-back MVP, Aaron Rodgers. Thank you, buddy.
Diggs isn't coming. Don't have to worry.
Yeah, that was
Wait, I was the only one?
What happened there?
That was
interesting.
a Phil A.J. Hawk situation with Diggs and Aaron there.
You guys weren't doing that?
Well, I mean, we kind of buried you, too, with how cold we took your statement, but I think people were all uncomfortable with what you said there to Aaron, directly to Aaron. Off-air saying it, maybe, but to him.
Wait, were you trying to do like the thing where if you're giving a speech, you should picture the people naked so you're not nervous?
No. That's just how I picture, because Aaron's
just lounging.
He's like a Buddhist guy.
Just dong out, balls on his couch.
They don't wear clothes a lot.
Driving naked?
Let's get. We already took a break.
Let's get to the phones.
Yeah, let's go to the phones. That was a good convo, though. I think he said a lot of things about the Packers that Packers fans should be excited
He likes
about.
the receiving room, all the receivers, it sounds like.
Who's seventh rounder? I'm excited to hear that is.
No idea.
Seventh rounder, whoever it was just listening to an interview going, fucking let's go. Let's go, dude.
Absolutely.
That's a life changer.
Yeah.
That is an absolute life changer. Now, did he say that so that maybe, Gunther Kuntz and the boys also, like, hey, I like this guy.
Yeah.
Keep
him around.
because there has been some things.
Maybe he was testing to see if it happens again.
Yeah, let's see. Is this the same old situation or not? Let's go to the phones. Let's go to Adam in Ohio. Adam, how's it going, pal? All right, fuck off, Adam. All right, let's go to Javier in Houston. What's going on, Javier? Adam didn't know.
Why would you call it a show?
What?
It's a no-win situation.
Boys.
Javier, what's going on? It's a winner right here,
Hell
AJ.
yeah.
What's going on? Javier.
I mean, it's amazing to be on the phone line today because it's a great day because AJ Hawk is in studio.
That's right. Yeah, that's why you call. That's why you call.
Hell yeah.
Hey, that's why you call in the show. That's why you use the 5 hour energy phone line.
Keep calling.
Let's go, Javier.
Yeah.
Hey, I got 5 hour energy. Don't call any Sprouted Max. We get 10% off, Javier.
Top of the berry.
That's why people call AJ.
Watermelon.
Hey, Javier, what do you want to talk
I like
about?
cherry.
Oh, that's good.
I mean, since we started off the show, with an excellent quote from the aliens that are coming by, just want to let y'all know, since we are on the memes, on the TikToks, since we are getting the news from there, that tomorrow, July 7th, according to a time traveler TikToker, says that tomorrow we're supposed to have first contact with aliens in Alaska.
Okay, Javier, that's awesome. Does that time traveling TikTok pick games, or are they just doing this for views?
Hey, I don't know about the source. I just know that's where the news comes from.
All right, Javier, listen, that's great to hear that a time-traveling TikToker, okay, is utilizing its time-traveling abilities to make a TikTok. This is just like Matt Groening making The Simpsons,
Sure.
as opposed to taking advantage of it and betting on things that you know, is you kind of play the slow game, the long game. And the TikTok game is obviously going to be around for a long time. Tomorrow, first time we're chatting with aliens out there in Alaska. We're going to be pretty close to Tahoe. Maybe you hop on a bird, go say what's up as well.
Yeah, maybe they come on down to Tahoe, too. And be like, oh, there's a nice little place down there.
The lake is very deep in certain parts.
Lakes.
And
They
where
may be
else-
down there.
Where else would they rather be?
Exactly.
It's beautiful.
Ah, gorgeous.
Yeah. Come on.
Snow-capped mountains in the distance.
We'll see snow-capped mountains
Yeah.
tonight.
Oh, yeah.
What is
That lake's
Groening
going to
say?
be cold as fuck.
It's cold. Yeah, it's good for you, though. You can see forever.
In the water or
Yeah.
in life?
The water's very clear.
Oh, you open up your eyes down
You drink it. Yeah.
You drinking
It's fresh
that
water. I will, absolutely. I take baths in. I take a bar of soap out there. I'll shower out there, everything.
Shower, piss, poop, and drink it.
Honestly, I would pee. I pee in pretty much any body of water I will pee in, but I'm not going to pee in Lake Tahoe. It's too sacred.
Pristine.
Oh, so you're showing respect to the lake.
Yeah, I'll stand out and pee on the shore.
Okay.
Very nice of you.
Thank you.
Just pee on your shorts.
How? Like, what do you mean? Like,
stand up above Tahoe's down by your knees and
Yeah.
just pee on your shorts.
but then when I lower myself down to the water, the urine will get in the water.
Oh, yeah. I mean, your dingleberry is going to be floating around Tahoe, too. So what the
Mm-hmm.
fuck you think?
What's the
You're going to dump in the lake?
No, but everybody's kind of farting at some point. They say
Yeah.
that's all poop particles. You're drinking that water.
What happens if you're deep in the lake and you got to poop?
What if you got a little mud butt because you're drinking a lot of mud?
Yeah.
I've never been in that situation, stuck out of the lake. So I don't
Oh,
know.
sure.
Never
You're
seen
telling
that.
me you haven't just all over
I
Tahoe?
would never dump in a lake or a body of water.
By the way, I'm not a big dumper in public either, but when you fart out there, little particles of poop is floating around.
Mm-hmm.
That's what a fart is.
So what's the difference?
I mean, yeah.
So when I'm
Hot
Wim
tubs.
Hofing in the morning,
Yeah, you're just swooping poop around. You're just pushing poop all over.
well, if I fart, my body naturally wants to fart when I get into the Wim Hof ice method. I'm going to do that, but just don't be drinking it because my farts are real.
I'll keep like 30 feet from you.
We're back in 6. Cheers. Nailed it. Fucking nailed it.
Let's go.
Fucking nailed it. What time are you getting up so I know what time? So I'm up.
Depends what time the tea time is, but early.
I would like you to wake up though, kind of.
You want me to get you up?
I want you to lumber down
There you go.
in the thing, and I want you to look outside by the lake, and it's me.
I would be so. It'll be dark. It's freezing in the morning, like 50 degrees. The good thing is though, we do real Wim Hof. Well, we'll contrast. We'll go in the lake, and then there's a hot tub there too. In the hot tub, warm
Flushing.
it up. Yeah.
I'm with that.
Shower,
Okay.
go out there and shoot 62.
Boom.
Hell yeah.
Sign me up.
All right, we got an hour left. This show is gonna stink.
Yeah.
All eyes are on Tahoe. So phone callers, you need to bring it.
Yeah, come on.
If any caller gets a perfect 10, judge
Oh.
from all the boys, you'll win a free shirt.
Okay.
Okay.
This is a Phone It In Wednesday.
Good luck.
The last hour is going to be all phone calls. If there's more breaking news, like, Jimmy G or Debo, who wouldn't sign that football
Son of a.
Wow.
at that camp with 7,000 kids there, you sign one thing, you're there for the next 2 days signing. And I assume at some point there was a signing or a picture opportunity, but obviously autograph hound with his kid trying to take advantage of the situation, make Debo look bad. But Debo's deal is still up. This whole thing is a bunch of bullshit.
Yeah. This guy's a scumbag.
I mean, middle of a camp here. Come on, we're in the middle of something here, trying to do something. I get that you want your football signed so you can maybe sell it. And this is a dad sending his kid over, by the way, not just the kid. And everybody says, I'll be nice to the kid. I think we're all genuinely nice to kids, but there's a lot of these kids that are being used as pawns by their scumbag fathers. I'm not saying this situation. I'm not saying that's this situation. It came out that every kid at this camp got a signed photo from Debo and a photo op, but the dad who's videotaping his son, obviously,
He said and Debo said on the 5th try he recorded it, so the guy did it on purpose to make him look bad.
Bro, autograph hounds
Come
are the
on now.
biggest fucking scumbags on earth. Okay, I have zero.
If you're a
respect
fan
for
of
them.
Debo, why would you want to put that out there making him look
You're
bad?
not.
anyway?
Yeah, you're trying to make a business
When
off it.
you got a Debo autograph already.
Yeah, it doesn't matter though.
Yeah, that's why context matters.
Yeah.
Bingo.
The rat fucks.
They are. These people are.
Mm-hmm.
They come sprinting up to
Oh,
shoot.
you'll see a good amount of them this weekend. Trust me.
Oh, well, I already got my answer for him. Fuck off.
Phoenix.
I used to not be
So
like
happy you watched that show.
I used to, yeah. Shout out, Kendall Roy.
You use it for so much.
Yeah, fuck off, Logan Roy. I mean, I used to feel bad for him.
Yeah.
And then I realized, oh, you're selling that. You're trying to sell this to my fans.
Oh, he's got a binder of 85 pictures of different people that are here.
I have no idea why people are fans of me in general or this show, but I'm very appreciative of them. I don't need them getting taken advantage of by some fucking scumbag who, if I ever run into you, I will sign something for you and take a picture with you. But these autograph hounds are the worst people on fucking earth. That's just, once I got to that point mentally, by the way, much better interaction.
Especially the ones that use little kids, whether it's their own kid or other kids that they pay like $5 to do it. That's what freaks me out when they send a kid and you see the person standing there and the kid has no idea who anyone is. Like,
So here's the way to debunk that. Hey kid, you got a phone? Yep, let's take a photo. Boom. Tell your dad to go fuck off.
Or you ask them, hey, who should I sign it to? Just sign it, please. No, I'm going to put a name on it for you.
Yeah, but they
can erase it too.
They're able to
white out. Yeah.
Don't buy anything I ever signed. Okay.
Boom.
Except for like WWE has these sick portraits that they had me sign. Those are nasty.
Well, you never know too if it's something of yours. It might just say Peyton Manning on it.
Yeah, I have. All right, let's get to a break. We're back for hour 3 here in about 3.5 minutes. Good phone calls, phone it in. Can't wait for it. Let's live life. Let's enjoy this. Let's have a fucking Wednesday. Cheers. I rehab my knee all night for this.
Oh my!
Wow.
Sheesh.
He's not yet found his sweat this morning. Look at him. Are you fucking whispering right now? The Miz.
By the way, off the show, Pat.
Hey, I appreciate you, man. Oh, you weren't talking to me?
Hey, when you get sick of it, we understand.
I don't like it because you hit a nice straight shot and it's like a small half swing. It's annoying. Let me show you how it's done, okay? Because you line up your ball. See, you have that little line there?
I can't do it.
Go like this. You look at it, check it out. You take a couple practice strokes and then you just put the ball in the hole. Like that.
Easy game.
It is an easy game. It was just a bit off. And there you go. That easy, guys. So after Tahoe, are you going pro?
There it is. It's in the hole.
Don't turn it on. Don't turn it on. You don't want it. Don't want it. You got a nice little hat on. You got your sunglasses. You got your ones that aren't even out yet. Don't turn it on. You can hang out with your boy Aaron Rodgers all day. What was that?
Don't
7?
want it.
Is that a 7?
You don't want
You
it.
don't want it.
You don't want to turn it on.
You don't want me to turn it on.
You don't want me to flip the switch.
Flip the switch off and wait till Tahoe. Till Tahoe, buddy. Wait till Tahoe.
Maybe my knee will be at 80%.
Maybe.
The Pat McAfee Show.
There'll be no rules for our guests, for us, for the things we could talk about.
Speaking his mind.
I've never had a problem expressing my opinions or my thoughts or anything like that.
While being relatable.
I haven't had that manufactured fake-ass celebrity that a lot of people have whenever they go on those big networks. I've had a chance to really build my crew, build my following, build my audience.
And ridiculous.
What am I supposed to do? So I'm supposed to look at something that I can definitely afford and say, nah. Is that what I'm supposed to do?
The Pat McAfee Show starts in 3, 2, 1.
Hey, welcome back to that show. Hour 3 on this Wednesday, July 6th, 2022, shall begin immediately following this beat drop from Twine. Now we go.
Let's ride.
Saw you hit the mute.
I keep forgetting in person. I forget to ride. At home, it's easier to remember to ride. There's too many distractions. You know, I'm kind of ADD when it comes to that.
Yeah,
There's a lot
me
of stuff
too.
going on.
I don't know how you sit in that.
I smoke cigars. If I don't smoke cigars, I think I'd go crazy. It gives me something to do.
How come you haven't done any here? What's that all about?
That's weird.
Yeah.
Why didn't you smoke
I'm kind
cigars?
of usually if I smoke cigars, I'm showering instantly. I don't like to smell like cigars around people in a closed situation like a plane.
I do like the fact that we get to see you in your little baseball shirt. You know what I mean?
Clearly,
I
ours
just
was
cut that
freshly
yourself.
made a few days ago. Yeah.
Oh yeah, is this an AJ Hawker Ridge?
Yeah. They all are.
It's great to have you in the studio. The Talks Table's here at Nick Ronaldo, at Boston Connor. Tony Diggs is here after a 2-0-1 night on the diamond with Hammer Down. What are we betting on tonight? A little Wimbledon, a little tennis? What's going on?
More diamond. Wimbledon's dying down. I believe American though is pushing Rafa to the 5th set right now.
Wow.
Who?
Oh, what was that guy's name?
Fitz?
Something.
I saw Fitz covering the hot dog eating contest. Jason?
Yeah, I think there's another Fitz.
Jason Fitz, the former fiddler for the
Roof.
Band.
Perry.
Yes.
Oh.
He's now with ESPN. You know, he always works with Golick Jr., and now Golick Jr.'s gone.
okay.
Fitz was calling the hot dog eating contest.
Oh, I didn't know that. I've done some serious stuff with him in the past.
Yeah,
I was
good.
doing a show with him once, and he was like, "Well, I was actually in a band," and then he told me, I was like, "Yeah, of course I know who that is." Like, yeah,
He's big in sports.
He won a Grammy, that guy.
Oh, he just decided to bail, or what?
Well, he want to get into sports. I think he's doing sports talk for ESPN, live his dream.
Is he
did-
still fiddling?
Definitely.
I think he could walk into a dueling piano situation, grab the fiddle off the side of the wall, and say, "Somebody play Devil in Dahn, Georgia, please." And then he's fucking both the devil and Johnny. You know what I mean? And I think he has the ability to still do that. He's a fucking Grammy-winning fiddler. What do you think this is, dude?
You're right. I underestimated what he was able
Performed in the
In Columbus in the Horseshoe.
Yeah.
He sold out up there. The band Perry had played in the Horseshoe.
And he led an OHIO.
In the Horseshoe.
Yeah.
You were probably there.
I don't think I was there for that because I would have participated.
Devil down his head, you know he been be fire.
Your foot stomp is really loud.
Thank you. Yeah, it's a stage.
So this is your TB12 jug
Yeah,
that
this-
you've never filled up.
Not
And
true.
then that is Gary V jug, or what is that?
This one I think was off of Amazon. I'm not sure if this is actually from Tom. That one is from Tom. This one just off Amazon, and it's supposed to like keep you motivated to drink an entire gallon
Feeling
Yeah,
awesome.
pretty close.
Don't
of
give
water
up.
a day. 7 a.m. you should be down here. Good morning. You know, take a good little gulp to start the day. Then by 9 a.m. you should be hydrating yourself. Little reminder. 11 a.m. remember your goal. You know, this thing is an Instagram motivational account by itself. Keep chugging by 1 p.m. Don't slow down. You're feeling awesome, aren't you? Don't give up. Almost finished. You did it. Go to bed. Now you're going to piss all night. So then you're going to get back into it, and it's good morning. Hydrate yourself. Remember your goal. And then you just put that on repeat 365 to be a healthier you fucking asshole.
It sounds great. And then you put plastic sheets on your bed because you just swim away by pissing your bed every night.
Well, so you don't drink a gallon of water every single day?
I try to drink a lot of water. I really do. But I try not to pee the bed.
I piss 2-3 times a night on routine. Very annoying.
I pee all day, but I can usually go to the night without peeing.
I pee all the time. I think I got a problem with my bladder. Baker Mayfield's a Carolina Panther now. Let's go. Congrats to him.
Baker.
Congrats to all parties involved. AJ, your thoughts on if the Carolina Panthers are now going to win the NFC South?
I don't know if they're going to win the NFC South, but we need Christian McCaffrey to be healthy, right? For a
Robbie.
full season. That would be awesome. And, man, I don't know. I'm kind of excited for Baker. I really am. And Carolina gets a starting quarterback for $5 million, a guy that is pissed off at a lot of people, and we know he plays his best when that's the case. So if he has the weapons around him and they have a good scheme, who knows what can happen.
Back-to-back situations where the question has been, is it the quarterback or is it the situation the quarterback's been in? Teddy Bridgewater, right? Remember, way back in the day with the Minnesota Vikings, he was being talked about as being an MVP candidate. Has a terrible injury, bounces around the league, ends up with the Saints. He's going to be the guy for the Panthers. Remember, they pay him like $60 million or $30 million. I forget the amount. It was a lot of money they paid him. He's going to be the starting quarterback. For whatever reason, they say, nah, this ain't it. And they fire the LSU offensive coordinator that they hired, Joe Brady. Joe Brady. They get him out of there. It's like, all right, we need another one. Sam Darnold. Is it the quarterback or is it the Jets in general? Remember what we saw happen with Tannehill once he got out from underneath the Adam Gase umbrella? Sam Darnold will be able to come down here. Is it him or is it the situation? Sam Darnold has not done what everybody expected him to do. He's gotten hurt. He's never had really a healthy Christian McCaffrey either, which is a game changer. Will Christian McCaffrey ever be healthy? That's a great question. With the way he has a lot of Carson Wentz in him. He's willing to die on every single play. Every play is a home run or it's no yards at all. And when you're throwing yourself into these collisions at maximum speed, exploding through contact, which I think you're taught to do, it's awesome to do, you want to see your running back do, there's a lot of opportunity for him to potentially get hurt. If he's not playing next year, doesn't matter what quarterback it has, probably not. But now we find out yet again, Baker Mayfield or the Browns, Carolina Panthers are willing to give it a go.
Yeah, the fact so Baker took a $3.5 million pay cut, right? So that was part. How long has Carolina been hanging out waiting for the numbers to look right? They've had a ton of leverage. They've probably just been hanging out. Okay, you guys come back to us when you have something that will actually entertain me.
So Josina told us 2 weeks ago, right, that is Baker willing to take a pay cut to go be a starter somewhere else? Because it came out that the Browns are willing to pay $10 or $11 million.
Yeah.
Then when Rappaport and Pelissero reported, they said 50-50. Then it was followed up not 50-50 at all. Actually, it's $10.5 million, which is exactly where the Browns have publicly been. All the way down to $5 million is what the Panthers are paying. So I assume this just had to be Baker waiting to say that he would take less money, or were the Browns actually fielding offers from the Seahawks and the Panthers, and this is kind of the best one that they found? Not 100% sure. But now if you look back at it, 2018 number 1 overall pick, guess who?
Sam Darnold, or is that Baker's year?
Baker.
Yeah. And then next year,
Number 3 overall, Sam Darnold.
both in the same room.
Same quarterback room, 2008.
Has Matt Rule said anything like, "Oh, we're going to have it open to competition"?
$5 million and $19 million.
So are you saying Sam's the starter?
Allegedly,
Business
Baker
will
can
say.
make that $3.5 million up in incentives.
Yeah, they should do that.
Okay, so $8.5 million or $19 million.
Matt Rule doesn't care. He's trying to keep his gig.
Yeah, and that's not going to happen if they don't, have
So
a winning
whoever goes
season.
in there has a very, very short leash, is what you're saying.
Everybody that's ever played quarterback for the Carolina Panthers under Tepper's leadership has a very, very, very short leash. They just drafted Corral too, right?
Uh-huh.
They drafted Matt Corral down there as well.
So maybe Baker's okay. Hey, Baker's still rehabbing, right, from surgery on his non-throwing shoulder. Maybe Sam gets the gig, and let him go get in there and let us work out some of the kinks. I'll come in about week 4 and take the ship.
Yeah, maybe. I'm sure Baker's like, I'll back up Sam Darnold. I don't know.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
And Sam Darnold, by
He's
the way,
coming as a
saying
starter.
Sam Darnold's probably saying, I'm not backing up Baker Mayfield. He's making $8.5 million. I'm making $19 million. That is a situation they are going to have to handle, I think.
Does he have to be 100% healthy too?
Who?
Baker, because he has to pass the physical, right?
You don't have to be 100% healthy to pass the physical, but he does have to be able to play. Yeah. Like, there's people who are sore going through physicals that are like stretching things. It's like, can you physically play?
Don't want him to. Oh, does it hurt here? No, doesn't hurt at all. And you're in the most pain you've ever been in your life when you put your shoulder behind your back. No, it feels great. What do you
See,
mean?
that's AJ lying to every medical person. That's why I got picked.
And you're stupid if you don't. You're an absolute idiot if you don't.
And it ended up working out, by the way, because the 5th overall pick, $40-50 million, whatever.
Oh no, that one really hurts. You should take me in the 7th round, Doc. Why would you ever self-sabotage yourself?
Ever, never, can't do it. But with that being said, you are lying directly to
if I'm an owner of a team, do I want you to be like, oh yeah, my ankle hurts a little bit, coach. Oh yeah, my knee hurts too. Oh, my elbow hurts. Okay, get this guy off our list.
Yeah, hurt or injured.
Yeah, like don't tell me it's good to go.
I'm happy for Baker though. It seems like a win-win.
Yeah, it's awesome. And DJ Moore, they just extended him, and they got Robbie Anderson, who might retire, but he also,
Do you remember how good Baker? Like when Baker first came in for Cleveland, I remember seeing him at the Kentucky Derby. I believe he was the guy that started the race. He was like the man doing
Every
everything.
commercial,
Yeah.
Heisman, progressive, Heisman
And
house.
then is it all from this injury or what is?
I think it's all from how it ended with Cleveland.
Yeah, because there was that one year where they were, a Chad Henne 4th down away from beating the Chiefs.
You're right.
If people think that your people hate you, I think it changes.
And it was a perfect storm for Baker. Cleveland, the history of all what they're going on with quarterbacks, and then he had those progressive commercials that ran like every Monday night game.
Not every Monday night, every fucking football game.
All the time. And when even if you're winning, you're doing well, people get annoyed by that. If you're losing and not playing well, people get pissed.
And it's coming out to your teammates maybe don't like you as much as everything. It was a lot that
Baker has got to be so mad right now. Just at the whole situation.
He was on top of the world.
Yeah, the Odell situation, like Odell leaving and having all this success and then winning a Super Bowl.
And all the teammates of Baker basically being like, OBS is right. Odell Beckham Sr. put together quite a clip. We've been saying it this whole time. It's
What
like, holy
happened?
shit. Yeah, I don't know. That's why as we're covering it live, I think there's a lot of us going like, what the fuck is going on over there? And we didn't really dive into it until it came out later. Like, Baker's gone probably. This relationship is not mendable. It's like a relationship with $19 million next year isn't mendable. What the fuck?
I heard he was immature.
Well, see, that's
Yeah, I did hear that.
That's
too.
what everybody said. I love that you said. Can you give me an example of his immaturity? That's real. We haven't heard any of it. It's all just kind of shit.
There's a parking lot behind a Cheesecake Factory.
All right.
I love Cheesecake Factory. What happened?
Well, I think you ordered extra
They have
chicken.
really good chicken. They have biggest menu on the planet.
Yeah, by
I'll
far.
probably. I'll check DoorDash for Tahoe. See if we can get it delivered.
Well, I know how to DoorDash now, so don't worry about
You
it.
do?
Yeah.
Oh, congrats. You know, change the location. Like
I'll
if-
get
when you
my
go somewhere
own
else.
grilled chicken. Okay.
Can you imagine what? Oh, what's this? Oh, well, cool. I've got Cheesecake Factory guys, and Sam, you just keep delivering food to Sam at your house here.
I'll tell you what, I have done that multiple times in other cities when I was starving and something took place, but I have grown in my technological advances.
Everybody's done that. Don't feel bad about that.
Yeah, that's
okay,
normal.
good.
That's normal.
Good. I just never do any of this stuff, so I could figure it out if I had to.
No, it's easy. Just keep carrying everybody's water.
That's right. Washing balls. What's that, pal?
What do you mean?
Are you all right?
I'm great.
What's the pop for?
I'm just chuckling at what you said, washing balls.
Well, that's what you've been doing all day, Aaron Rodgers. He was on a phone call.
I have. He's very, very good at football.
He's very, very good at talking about the world's history, too. Did you hear him?
He's a big history buff. So you know I love history.
We're almost 250 years old, but other countries are thousands and thousands. I guess you could use the Declaration of Independence, he said, as a buffer. It's like, yeah, that's what everybody... We just had all of it. It is what everybody else views, but I can't wait to hear why you would not.
What
but
a weird dude.
That's why it's awesome that he is because
It's great. I think being weird is the best. I tell my kids that all the time. He should be good. Be weird. That should be a compliment.
Boom. Yeah. The ones that don't fit in are the ones that normally do it. I have a quote on my wall.
But you can't be weird just to try to be weird, though. Because you see that too.
Because then it's not genuine, different. You're just trying to be different.
I'm trying to be a nonconformist, but by doing that, you're actually a conformist.
To what everybody else looks the exact same way you do right now.
Yeah, you're a hipster.
We're really breaking it down.
We are, but I think that's why I like Aaron so much, because he does not conform.
Especially in his high-profile position. I talked about it on the show before. Kobe, later in his career. Remember his interview? Kobe didn't care at all.
Yes.
He was so open and honest. I remember talking to my brother about it after we both saw an interview way back. Like, man, Kobe's awesome. Like, he doesn't care at all. And I've told Aaron that. Like, he feels like he's in that phase.
Hey, just do whatever. Hey, this is who I am. And I happen to throw a football better than everybody. And just because the other people that happen to throw a football are nothing like me, there's nobody like me. And when you own that, I enjoy it. I think
when you own whatever you are, it's cool to see.
You always should, by the way, because there's people that try to be other people, and they don't even know that the other people that you're trying to be are trying to be some other motherfucker. So now you're third generation not giving a fuck.
Wow.
And you really got to figure that out,
That's being authentic, I think. That's probably the most important thing.
Yeah, just do you, dude.
Yeah.
Let's go to the phones. Let's go to Sean in Baltimore. Why be less, AJ?
When you can be more.
Wow.
On the 500
Is that a commercial?
How'd you know
this
that?
thing did not work.
I didn't. Is that a thing?
Damn.
So what's that, the first
I
time we
watched
ever
The
said we're
Wire.
going to go to the phones?
Yeah.
In what, 2 years?
Actually, that was back to back, right? Because before.
Yeah, but the phone, the whole system just crashed.
Oh, it crashed.
Yeah, the whole system.
That Lenovo computer from Walmart?
Walmart might sell this because Walmart sells everything. You know why Walmart sells
they're
everything?
great.
Because their family owns sports teams in every single fucking league.
You're right.
All over the
So
place.
I don't think just saying it's from Walmart is necessarily a knock.
It's not a knock at all, but I'm saying you can get those.
You know, Jack Johnson,
You can get those
Colorado
for
Avalanche, they're from
$48.
fucking Walmart too. They just
Yeah.
won a Stanley Cup.
You know what Walmart
Champions.
doesn't sell? That sweet custom fucking Tahoe hat that you're gonna get that AJ's wearing on his fucking lid right now.
Oh, I hope. I don't know if they're going to give these again. Boom.
Why?
That was
Am I
all-
going to get him one of these NASCAR caps for this American Century Championship?
No, you can wear whatever. You didn't have to wear this. They gave them to us a couple years ago to wear if you
What
wanted.
was that, Mizuno?
No, it's Travis.
Travis Matthew. Golf.
Oh, yeah.
Stretchy. Feels good.
Oh, Mathieu, right?
What?
That's how he spells it?
Yeah, yeah.
Travis Mathieu.
How do you spell that?
At
THIEU.
one T, I think, yeah. One T.
Okay, I'll have to check.
Right, isn't it? One T, H, E, dub?
EIU, yeah, right? Like Tyron?
Yeah, Matthew. Like,
It's Matt
like
Hugh.
Walter from Grumpy Old Men. Walter Matthau.
Well, but yeah, this one is not a though. I think it's Matt
Is he
Hugh.
related to the Honey
Correct,
Badger?
one T.
I don't think so.
One T? How's you spell it?
One T.
How do you spell it?
METHEW.
M-E?
H-E-W.
M-A.
I thought so, too.
M-A.
Yeah, Matthew, I believe. is.
H-E-W.
Trevor Matthew. I went to buy a bunch of his shit the other day, and then I said, I ain't wearing long sleeves. Fuck them.
Can't do it.
Long sleeves. What do you
Yeah,
mean?
like-
like sleeves.
Are they going to let me golf
Are you
in
going to wear
this?
that or are you going to wear a shirt and roll them?
Are they going to let me golf in this?
I'm sure you can do whatever you want.
If they let me
as
golf
long
in
as you,
this.
the only rule is like pants. You wear pants. So
Yeah,
if
how
you wear
feeling
pants, you're
about
good.
that?
I'm a little bummed.
Honestly, you know what? I was thinking about it before. I understand. If you ever wear pants to go play with your buddies, cool. You better shoot 60. But out here, if you're wearing pants, like you feel
professional.
Come on, it just feels different. It feels right. Like, okay, cool. This is a big deal.
I saw a picture of Travis Kelce yesterday with pants on and a sweet polo.
He's wearing pants on Wednesday. Or
He was
Tuesday, I
golfing.
think.
Yeah, he looked really cool, and they were shaking hands, and I'm
Yeah.
like,
and pants now are
it
so
is like a
stretchy.
thing. And
But
I think
pants
I
are
saw-
stretchy too, so it's fine.
I think I saw Urlacher, like he took a picture with somebody, he posted it, and he's wearing like a good golf costume. I'm like, oh, people are probably dressing super professional. So I You know, the wife went and picked up some golf bolos today because I actually don't have any. Other than
We'll get a bag of some stuff too of American Century and NBC stuff. So if you need a shirt,
you'll want to wear that for sure. Yeah,
yeah, that's probably what
that seems like your thing.
Yeah, absolutely. Invite me.
But if Romo can stick his dick in the dirt, I'd imagine that they'll let you.
That wasn't at the American Century Championship.
Yeah, that was like a U.S. Open qualifier.
He
or
will
something.
do it there, but it's back. Maybe he's going to play or not.
Yeah, he might have.
Do people know? Like
Tony Romo's playing. What are we talking
Well,
about?
last time it was his wrist.
He's like favorite to win, isn't he?
He withdraws all the
He
time.
had a WD last year.
Yeah, because.
No, I don't think he does. I don't think. I think he's only done that once.
Why? Because he was too blacked out, or
no? I think he had a wrist injury.
Yeah, too many Coronas.
Massive chance.
No, it's a wrist injury, guys.
From shotgun and beers?
No, it's a wrist injury from golf and probably years of football.
Because he's
probably and basketball. He's a fucking great athlete.
True.
He actually is. Tony's a pickup basketball master. He dominates people.
He played at the fucking NBA preseason game.
Oh, you're right. I remember the layup line.
The Mavericks. Yeah.
Yeah.
He looks sweet. He has like a good crossover too.
Oh, yeah.
Great athlete.
Like when Let's Ride plays for the Rockies now.
Does he?
Well, he played for the Yankees before. Let's go to the phones.
Now he's with Payne at the Rockies.
Let's go to Sean in Baltimore. Why be less?
There it is.
He's in the middle of doing cat here.
So perfect.
What's this guy thinking?
The guy's hoping he makes a putt. Hopefully he's.
Hey, can we keep it down in the background? No more cat and camel on my backswing. Like, what are you supposed? That's awesome.
What about the people looking on too from the middle of the fairway? Is that Romo?
What if you had your little laser finder here in the fairway? You're 300 yards out. You're like, I think the guy's dead in the back of the
Yeah.
How far am I away from the guy on all fours? 170. How about from the pin? 165. All right. Let's try to hit the guy on all fours.
I would aim for that rib cage for sure.
Yeah. Tony Romo, I can't blame him because that stretch does feel.
I might
so
be doing
good.
that out there this week.
But
Looks like he's in a Britney Spears music video.
Geez,
a
a
little whipping the head around.
Toxic.
Somebody wanted to kill him though by posting this video, and I want to let you know my respect for him grew. Tony Romo doesn't give a fuck. He'll do a cat camel right there on a green in a nice course.
I'm gonna do it Friday. Hopefully we're playing together Friday. You have an eagle putt. I'm just cat and cam 3 inches from the hole.
Can you move?
So I got a little tight, Pat.
Yeah, I understand. I respect. Let's go to the fence. Let's go to Sean in Baltimore. Why be less?
No.
Well, the last time you said it.
What's on your mind, Sean?
He's not on yet. Hello, Sean. What's going on?
Be more.
Hey, Pat, AJ boys, how we doing today?
Keep it moving. You got Jimmy's Diner, famous?
Fuck yeah, Jimmy's the shit, man. Who doesn't?
Oh, so good. I think only terrorists don't go, but I didn't like what they were doing with the. What parade did they have?
With the cicadas.
Cicadas.
COVID covered cicadas.
Jimmy's Famous really made a heel turn when they decided to celebrate those fucking cicadas that were keeping me up all night for like 3 months. Was that 2, 3
Oh,
months?
yeah.
Those
All
things
summer.
It was unbelievable. So, well, we've made up because the taste of their food is so good.
Yeah, the upgrades too.
Oh.
That whole place looks.
Oh yeah, the dance, the bar.
Yeah.
Oh, and the crab cakes are so good.
New floors.
Oh, I'd recommend you go. The assholes, but unbelievable.
Yeah.
Anyways, what do you want to talk about, Sean?
Hey, happy Feel Good Wednesday. Big shout out to Ty real quick. Really fucking cool. Was just wondering, though, if AJ's a little nervous over there once you guys get out to Tahoe, once you get warmed up, if you're going to sneak onto the senior tour a little sooner than later. You know, might have to pay up that money. Might add some additions to your house. It's looking nice there.
Thank you, Sean. So what if I make a live golf event top 50?
Well, there's only 48 in the field.
Well,
For now.
Are you boys with Greg Norman? Can he
Greg
get you
Norman
in?
doesn't know me, but once he sees this swing out there at Tahoe, there's a chance. But I'm just saying the bet is for the Champions Tour, but now we're kind of isolating just the PGA there, and there's multiple leagues out there now.
I mean, I got to rethink the live bet. But if you got into a live event,
And I don't come in last.
oh, you don't, yeah, that plays too. Yeah, if you go to a live event, you're not last. Yeah,
Okay. All right.
That's fair.
that
Okay.
plays. Yeah.
All right, so that is added into the top 50 of the
Absolutely.
PGA.
But are you going to accept the money? That's Saudi money.
Well, I'm not getting gas anymore, so you know what I mean? I have an
Exactly.
electric vehicle. So
You have like
you got a
29 vehicles. I'm guessing one of them takes gas.
Well, 2 of them don't, though. And those are the ones that I'm currently driving around. There is more news coming out of the Carolina Panthers. As you can recall, McAdoo was the offense coordinator that was hired by the Panthers to turn that whole ship around on the offense side of the ball. NFL film study, Ian, tweets, it's hilarious that his new offense coordinator, Ben McAdoo, had to say this about Mayfield when he was a prospect. McAdoo rated Josh Allen, Lamar Jackson, Sam Darnold, Josh Rosen, and Mason Rudolph ahead of Mayfield when he was head coach of the Giants, I assume, at the time, whenever Baker Mayfield was coming out. But, you know, bygones can be
How do we
bygones.
know that? How do we know where he rated these guys?
That guy's a check mark. It says
But do
NFL.
head coaches do that? Put out their rankings?
Well, did McAdoo ever do
McAdoo
TV?
does.
Was Ben on TV or not?
Little patience, AJ, little patience.
Oh, is there more to the tweet?
Here we go.
Okay.
Yeah, I would like to know
Here
the
we
answer as
go.
well. Let's scroll down. The NFL film study would never fucking lie to us. I didn't think he was a great athlete, McAdoo said. This guy's kind of like a pocket quarterback that is short with small hands. That's what I worry about. McAdoo said in an interview about Baker Mayfield, who inevitably go on to go number 1 overall. So that's what McAdoo's initial thoughts were of Mayfield coming out of college. Now he's got to see him in the NFL. Hand size don't matter. Hand size don't. Size always gonna matter. Okay, it's quarterback position. You can either figure it out like your fucking Drew Brees and other shorter quarterbacks that have had success looking at the bottom of your helmet through the holes and pockets and understand everything, or you don't. Your ball gets swatted every single time you throw the ball, like what kind of happened to Baker at the end of his career, not necessarily at the beginning of his career when he was with the Cleveland Browns. Bygones can be bygones. People can change and evolve, so can opinions and thoughts, just like McAdoo has.
I mean, there's a lot of guys trying to turn their career around. Ben McAdoo is doing the same thing as the OC for Carolina. We know like that may be his last chance to become like if he does a good job as offensive coordinator, he may get a head coaching opportunity eventually in the future again.
Can we go back and see if Mayfield said, yeah, McAdoo fucking stinks as a head coach?
Yeah, I know. Can we go get some of those? I feel like that's kind of also whatever that tweet is, it makes it almost try to get people to feel like Ben just said this. Hey, we just brought Baker in and he just said this about him. Yeah, it's a long time
He
ago.
did have some positive things to say about him, too. He said he's got an edge to him. I like that. He's going to lead. They're going to follow him. I did see a lot of pro-style football on his college tape, and you're short. You have to make up for it in some way.
There's some NFL plays in the tape. That's all that matters whenever you're evaluating. But what do the analytics say? That'll be what we judge it off of.
Like,
what are you going to say, Tone? Looks like you're putting together the Zach Galifianakis fucking gift.
I was trying to think if Ben's initial breakdown was wrong, because I think all those quarterbacks besides Mason might actually be better.
Rosen.
Yeah, still.
The Rosen one, definitely.
Rosen stunk. Listen, no offense, Rosen. I don't know if you watch this. I think there's a chance he watches. For whatever reason, he was not a great NFL quarterback. Was it him? Was it situations? Who knows? It never worked with Josh Rosen.
I mean, they drafted him in the top 10, and then the next year they took Kyler number 1 overall.
Yeah, but then everybody on TV was mind blown about it. And then he got traded to the Dolphins. Didn't play at all, right?
Nope.
No. That one was a bit surprising for me. The whole Rosen. I thought Rosen would be better.
Me too. By the way, maybe it was
Who
a
knows?
situation.
Who knows?
Yeah,
Like, when it
maybe it
comes
was a
to
situation that
quarterback,
he was dropped into that didn't work out. But he stunk technically as an NFL quarterback. Baker Mayfield wins a playoff game.
Yeah.
He's got 4 of the Browns.
He revitalized the whole city.
He
brought him back.
City of Cleveland wasn't able to drink beers.
Yeah, Bud Lights.
They had an 0-16 parade the year before he got there.
Baker, alongside others, lead that team to win a playoff game against the Pittsburgh Steelers in Pittsburgh, a city that they fucking hate and a division rival. Now they're moving on. What will the football gods do to this? I think they're kind of doing it right now. I guess.
Yeah, does it say anything that the Browns just let him go now and the deliberations ended last week, that they might have a better idea of how long Deshaun Watson might be out?
So the more and more we talked about it and more I thought about it, I changed my idea like 14, 15 times. So I do apologize for those that have followed along every single day and had to watch this. But as more information was revealed, I think I had to change the way I thought about it. I think the Browns and Baker were never going to make up. Even though I am a big proponent of anybody can get past their bullshit. Anybody can get past their bullshit, especially whenever there's 19, 20 million on the line. People can get past bullshit. You can have a conversation with somebody and be like, I fucked up, you fucked up, we fucked up, let's move on. Especially in sports, because that happens all the time. Every single play, if there's a successful play, somebody fucked up in there, and somebody's going to have to forgive themselves, and other people are going to have to forgive that person, and you're going to have to move on. That's the nature of sport, right? That's pretty much the nature of sport. This one, for whatever reason, I wasn't catching the hints that like, no, we ain't ever getting along. Yeah. And I feel like this was going to be a move made regardless of what that Judge Sue Robinson made a decision. I think just looking back, it feels like, I don't know if they have any special information. I'm sure they don't. But for whatever reason, I refuse to believe that this shit was just dead. But it feels like it was. What could have fucking happened that made them dead in their relationship?
I mean, it doesn't seem like it was one thing. Obviously, it sounds like it was a buildup, but it
Like,
feels
look,
like
Aaron
Stefanski is the number one guy that doesn't like Baker. Doesn't it feel like they have a lot of animosity between them two?
Those two beef, and he's a
That's
young,
why I said,
cool
no
guy.
way. How are you ever going to figure it out?
I don't know, but like Aaron and the Packers, okay, that was pretty public, pretty big, pretty huge, worthy of happening with the disrespect that, is potentially happening there as opposed to nowhere else with any other Mount Rushmore quarterback in the history of the NFL. And there was a lot of people, I think, a lot of people on TV even that were like, oh, this relationship's dead. And it's like, No, I think a conversation can happen and like people can, get past it, especially if it's business involved and sports involved. You can do that. So I never really understood why the Baker Cleveland was never coming back together thing was happening. And I don't think I ever bought into it. That shit was dead a long time ago. I mean, this was a decision that was made a long time ago. Who's going to take him, basically?
If Baker had a Super Bowl ring and he had some more success, then they may have been able to work it out. If Aaron wasn't as good as Aaron was, they may not have worked it out.
Yeah, well, every situation.
It might not even happen, though, if he wasn't who he was. It would, like the whole thing. But it's a lot easier to make up when the team knows, hey, we really need this guy.
Well, I pointed out the Aaron situation strictly because, this isn't abnormal for players and teams to not get along.
Big egos, people,
money,
a physical, violent sport with tons of money, young people, old people, the ones paying to these young guys.
Alphas.
They've been told they're the man their whole life. You're going to have issues.
There's a lot of times where a player and their organization, their program don't get along. Fuck, I didn't get along with our fucking organization for numerous times throughout my time as a coach. Still love the Colts and everything. You can get past it, though.
Winning cures everything.
Yeah, winning cures everything, which they did, though.
But you also go along with all your teammates. And we haven't heard a lot of teammates come out in Baker's defense.
That's crazy to me, too. That is wild to me.
The most damning thing.
That is the
I like
most.
that GM, when you talk to GMs, especially young guys now, or like GMs or people in front offices or coaches, they're big on hey, what's this dude like? Is he a good locker room dude? Is he good for our team? Of course, the film's got to show up, but it's they really do pay attention to the culture, and they don't want to bring a turd in. I love that they actually look at that.
It's a good deal. It's a big deal now.
Yeah,
not as much in the past.
One dude can ruin a locker room. It's true.
Because you get a couple of the young guys on your side, then a couple of the young guys start leaking a little information to somebody else.
Hey, why every time we have an open locker room, when we're sitting here after we shower up and we're half naked and we have to talk to the media, why are they asking half of our team about this one player? So it's it's a big thing that everybody has to deal with. And man, I'm so sick of talking about this.
Yes, and hey. That shit can spread, especially if teams are taking L's. If there's a little bit of drama,
it's easy to point fingers quick.
Hey, this isn't our fault, right? No way. This is this motherfucker's fault. And by the way, the team is giving him this amount of money. He's doing this and this and this whole thing. And then that just grows and grows and grows. And then it's already hard enough to win a game. But if guys aren't getting along and if they're kind of separated, that's why the X factor of camaraderie is the biggest deal, I think, on whether or not a team is going to win or lose. And the team building aspect of that has to be taken into account on whether or not you're going to like a motherfucker. And I think that's what you and I are both saying. It's nice that this is becoming something that some GMs are thinking about. Other GMs will never think about it, though, and they'll be fucking stupid forever. Honestly, they'll go, why don't we win? Why don't we win?
It's just football. What do you mean? They can all get on the same page when they're on the field, if they disagree and hate each other in the locker room. Nah, it doesn't exactly
Hey, you're getting paid a lot of money. Fucking get along.
That's what it is, yeah.
Yeah, okay.
You can pay me $20 million to get along with, Charles Manson. I could do it. People think that kind of stuff.
Well, you probably could.
I wouldn't. Maybe.
No, you probably
No,
could.
I know Con Man has all of his music, but I would never do that.
Charles Manson has music?
Oh, yeah. Beach Boys, everything. Yeah.
Oh, see, he would know. I wouldn't, actually. I didn't even know
He
that
lived with the Beach Boys.
Yeah.
What?
That's true.
Yeah. Read one of the books.
Bermuda, Bahama, Manson is our mama. Really?
Yeah.
I didn't know Manson was a Beach Boy.
Favorite musician, right?
player.
I don't know about that.
Well, he's a tattoo artist. He's a murderer. He's a serial killer.
Did he tattoo himself?
Singer.
I believe, yeah.
Cat scratch fever.
Cult leader.
Writer.
Is that him?
Writer.
Probably. That's what happened.
You know more about him than us, dude.
Yeah.
We just fucking learned this. We're brainstorming right now.
Yeah.
Manson has a bunch of shows. Everybody really intrigued by that guy. He's an ugly motherfucker.
He's dead, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, he died in jail a little bit ago.
Yeah, but everybody thinks this handsome guy they always describe him as. I see a picture of him.
Ted Bundy. They say Ted Bundy was handsome because Zac Efron played him in that movie.
Well, and the Ted Bundy tapes, they show him in the courtroom, and everyone is.
Yeah, you're right. They're
infatuated by the guy.
Over the
Ladies
guy.
love Ted, yeah.
Well, that's why he was able to do that. He could lure them.
Very
carry himself.
Very charming.
No, Ted would just show up in your house middle of the night.
But he would also pick people up in his car, I think, too.
Yeah.
They
Take him out to a date.
He was an inviter.
Hit him with a tire iron.
Then
What?
murder him.
That was done in Florida State.
That would hurt.
Florida State, he broke into a dorm in just middle of the night, killed a couple people.
This is
right?
like what you talk about, where he started in Washington and then just went to the town over.
Nobody will even know. He jumped out of the window of a courtroom.
I saw that movie in the movie at least.
I think I've seen the actual.
That's real life. Yeah, they show that.
And then he stayed. He lived for a couple weeks, right? After that,
weeks.
Weeks
in the wilderness.
Yeah,
months out there.
That was early on in the Bundy.
That was upper left of the world.
Yeah,
He's still going all the way down yonder. Back then, you got to take a train.
Yeah.
I hope there's none. There's no serial killers out there around us.
You know, they always do, like, the stats say 1 in every 1,000 people is a serial killer or whatever. It has to be a little different now that everything's on camera, right? Even though you just got your truck stolen from your front yard.
You would hope.
Yeah,
I don't think. I don't know.
Bill, where are you going on vacation?
All right.
An
Bill didn't
unrelated side
deserve
note.
that. Let's go to the phone. There's no reason for that sidebar there. Bill, you didn't deserve that. You hear
Sorry,
me,
Bill.
pal?
Yeah.
But where are you
Thanks.
going, Bill?
Sorry, Bill.
I'm going to Florida.
Congrats. We'll be far away. I was just playing. It's a bit, right? We're doing a bit. Is this a bit? Give it.
Bill,
It's a bit, Bill.
Bill, I fucking love you, man.
Yeah,
Let's-
Bill has shattered the expectations on the music on the 1s and 2s back there.
Yeah, he's great at what he does.
And he uploaded a YouTube
Bill's
video.
awesome. What do you
while
mean?
doing it.
Bill would do good at everything he does. That's what Bill does. That's why if he was, like you guys allude to, a killer, he would be great at it.
And we never know.
We would never
I
know.
don't think Bill's killed anybody, but if he had to, I think Bill would be very efficient.
Certainly.
Yeah. So that's a compliment. That's not.
Yeah, absolutely. We like having him around.
Yeah, exactly.
Every time he gets delivered to the office,
Keep you
it's
on your
like,
toes.
all right, what's that? That's just in case somebody breaks in here, I guess.
But you guys think being a serial killer would be hard?
Yeah.
I don't think.
You watch Dateline, everything's on camera these days. They track everything.
Not everywhere.
Everything everywhere.
Okay, where
No,
are
guys-
you thinking?
Small town America.
They got
What are you
cameras
going to
there.
prey on small town America? These people
They
are
got
just
ring
saying,
cams
Say
there and
not
cell
good.
phones.
Do they?
Let's
Yeah.
go to the
I
phones.
was just there.
Ocean City?
No.
Where'd you go?
Ocean City. He
Isn't
did
that where
go-
he went?
He did go to Ocean City. That's
did.
not small town America, though. They got
Yeah. That's a mecca.
You guys ever go to the Outer Banks?
in North Carolina?
Is that where it is?
Oh, no, I've never been.
me neither.
I just hear about it and see.
It's nice.
I've seen some stickers lately on people's car.
OTBX.
Yeah, is that what it is? Or
OBX.
OBX. Yeah, I've never been there.
They love it. Whoever the people that go
Is
to
that
Outer
East
Banks
Coast
love
deal?
it.
Yeah, that's an East Coast deal. But like
Where do you scumbags go?
middle East Coast. Cape Cod, Nantucket, Martha's Vineyard.
But that's all what you guys already live, isn't it? Like, do you guys go
Yeah,
to
it's
Florida from
still-
Boston? No.
Not really. During the winter, absolutely. But like during the summer, there's no point. 'cause
Yeah,
you
they
can
don't
also go
leave
to Gloucester.
the cesspool. They just stick in there and breed together.
Why leave? It's got everything.
Let's go to the phones. Let's go up to that area. We don't have a call from there.
Thank God.
Thank God. Let's go to this name was spelled interesting. I've never seen
Here
this
we
before.
go.
Dorias. Dorius? Dorius in California. Remember, you get a 10 here, you're winning some merch. Dorius, what's going on?
Is it Doris or Xanthorius?
Well, see, how do you
Whoa.
spell it? How do you spell the name?
Xenthorias.
Is this Elon Musk kid?
Hilarious.
Xenth what?
Oris. It's from it's Mexican. My parents named me after a Mexican demigod, so it'd be Xanthorius.
Yeah,
Like Achilles.
like Thor.
Yeah, like Moana. Xenthorius. Xenthorius, what do you want to talk about, pal?
Hey, two things. The second one probably more interesting than the first.
Lead with
So my brother's going to the Tahoe golf tournament, so he just wanted to know how like the schedule is. I mean, we don't know about golf, but is it like a knockout thing where if you the first day you're not gonna make it to the second, and then the second, whoever finishes there goes to the third.
Oh, we're there. all
And
week,
is there
I think,
like
right?
tee times for everybody that we could look up?
Yeah, no
And
cuts.
The second
All right, there's your answer.
is about the aliens.
This is not.
And I don't know if it's something that we should talk about on air, to be honest, because it's some things that my family has in possession that we found in Mexico.
Oh, here we go.
And if the U.S. government found out that we had these things, they would probably be knocking on our door and doing
Dude, hang up.
the Men in Black.
What are you talking about? Demigod
mind wipe
Xenthorius.
thing.
What do you have?
Yeah, what is it?
It's the cops.
It's so basically it was in the state of Michoacan in Mexico, and my dad found these artifacts. They're pure jade, 100% pure gold, and about 95% of them depict what we would see as aliens. Big head, big eyes. We found skeletons of these things, and if somebody was telling me, I wouldn't believe it.
Where do you have these
I've seen it
skeletons?
with
I
my
believe
own eye.
We didn't need pictures.
This guy's so dead.
All right,
The majority of them are in Mexico. The bigger ones that my dad couldn't bring, smuggle over to California. But just real quick.
So hold on, Xenthorius. Xenthorius, hold on. Zen, real quick. Hold on. There's a lot of fucking questions here.
Yeah.
Xenthorius, you guys have just been sitting on this? What have you just been sitting on and waiting on what time to make a call into a show?
Are they in the shed? Where are they, too?
No. And I'm not trying to do this for clout or for anything, but I know you're interested in this stuff, so that's what I'm telling you.
Super duper.
But my dad has sold some of the pieces. He sold, I'm not going to name a name, but from Sons of Anarchy, one of the actors on there, he sold it to them.
Charlie.
The handsome guy, yeah.
Son of Anarchy.
Or Hellboy.
So long story short, anyway, if you look up the crown jewel of Belize, it's about 10 pounds. It's like the prized possession of the country of Belize. Just to mind you, my dad pulled it out with a crane that weighed about 2,000 pounds. It's pure jade. It's like a Mayan sitting crisscross applesauce with a big headdress with sapphire.
Wait, was this buried underneath in the earth?
Yeah.
Where?
Yeah, he said he found it in.
How did he find it?
Underneath a dry lake bed. Some of his friends were digging to build a cabin out there, and the excavator kind of just caved in, and when they woke up, they were inside of it looked like ruins. But again, interesting because it is jade and pure gold. But the more interesting thing is it's just they depict aliens, UFOs living among people. They have a big tablet with UFOs flying overhead, their city underneath, and like aliens and people walking around together. We have one where it's a lady giving birth to an alien, and the guy standing behind her is an extraterrestrial, consoling her, telling her it's going to be okay.
Dad.
So I thought you guys found that interesting. There's a lot more, but I don't want to take up all your show talking about all this. Again, I could talk to you off air. I'm not
like Sweet Ben or whatever.
All right, thank you, Zenthorius. That sounds awesome. I mean, I'm sure we can legitimize that over the phone.
Sweet Blake.
Have they told anybody about this?
That's bad news.
Oh, where's that 2,000-pound
He
thing
said
of
skeletons.
jade gold?
No, he said skeletons.
Well, that was underneath. Yeah, they found skeletons as
So,
well.
what do you put them in formaldehyde? What do you do with those?
I don't know. That wasn't a 10, but it was certainly a, what's going on there?
Well, that guy's dead. So
bone structure may not be the same, so it may not deteriorate at the same pace as ours.
I think the big thing is the tablets that depict that aliens were just like very standard back in the day. That's like a lot of the alien stuff that I get tweeted now that we have chatted about this. It's all old school things like drawings with clear there's
hieroglyphics
aliens.
like on the cave paintings that show alien scenes and all
And
that.
UFOs and like stuff like that from way back in the day whenever there wasn't like technology to tell you, hey, this is what it looks like.
Yeah.
They were like drawing it and stuff like that in these throwback paintings. I guess even in the
Mona Lisa.
What about it?
I'm not saying it.
I mean, the
That might have been a
Egypt
fake
stuff.
meme. It might have been a fake meme.
There's a lot. Well, hold on. Most meme facts are pretty.
Well, that's the issue. Yeah, I started diving into the corner a web of what the fuck is this fact? It's a meme.
Wait,
fact.
what's going on with the Mona Lisa? I saw that. I was over there.
So I think there's there's something in the background in the sky.
Oh, come on now.
What?
What's in the background of the Mona Lisa?
I don't know.
Someone's going to say that they see aliens in the background?
No, maybe it's not the Mona Lisa. I might be wrong.
Well, the pyramid stuff, like that's why the Egypt stuff's crazy.
Oh, that's
like,
awesome. Because
all the
how'd they do
pyramids-
that?
Yeah, and you couldn't really remake that without technology.
Mona Lisa's that lady?
Yeah.
Yeah.
What's the Last Supper? The Last Supper's
That's the Jesus before he dies.
Judas
with all his
You talking
disciples.
Sistine Chapel stuff that's painted on the ceiling? Something's up there?
Michelangelo.
That's
I don't-
Leonardo da Vinci.
I don't
There
know
it
about
is.
the Mona Lisa. but,
Picasso?
that wasn't what I saw.
What do
but
we see here?
I don't know.
That's the Mona Lisa. Now, what do we what's circled?
Oh, pull up the Last Supper. I think I seen that. I think I seen it on a meme. There's like some shit in the back.
Yeah,
I mean, I'm sure you can find anything in anything.
Well, true. Very true. And especially any picture we pull up right now, do we know if it's real or Photoshop? No. We have no idea.
What was it, the NFT version?
Well, that's a whole nother game.
I heard that's struggling.
Maybe not.
So what's happening?
So the only thing is, which Last Supper? The one is Da Vinci, the one he did.
The famous one.
That one is the famous.
Is this
one.
That's a famous one? They got a window in the back?
I can check.
I had no
Which
idea.
other Last Supper are you referencing?
No, people make a bunch of different versions.
Yeah, there's a bunch of different
Artists
backgrounds.
make
People do it with their own faces.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Search
The Da
original.
Vinci one.
I was just
though,
making
is
sure
the-
if this is the Da Vinci one or not.
Is this Da Vinci one?
I googled it. I
Can you
don't know.
zoom?
I don't know, dude. With the windows in the back? Is that what happened? I don't know.
What?
This is how the lack of religion that I've had. I don't even know if that's the Last Supper.
So if it's Mona Lisa or that one, is it just like an individual person like the Mona Lisa?
I don't know. There's something in the background with a fucking alien thing, but it was on a meme. So
No, that stuff's real. I'm telling
well,
you.
that's what Zenthorius just told us.
Well, Zentorius is dead, unfortunately, because whoever just heard that call.
Well,
is
who's
heading
on
to
his
his
son,
house.
who's in his Sons of Anarchy that is clearly into aliens that definitely bought this from Zenthorius? I thought he was going to say Jim Irsay bought it. Like when he said, "Well, we actually sold it," And I was like, oh, Jim Irsay bought this. This is part of the Jim Irsay collection for sure.
If they got alien porn, I'd like to get my hands on it. Yeah.
What's your problem?
I mean, Nicolas Cage is definitely calling that guy. If he can get his number, he'll buy something.
Nick Cage speaks to aliens. He doesn't
He has a new movie
buy
out.
shit.
Preserve it. Strictly scientific research.
Zito just Googled alien artifacts from Mexico. This is what popped up.
Sweet.
Jesus.
Yep, that checks out.
With the headdress, that's what he said.
So you're saying the humans back then sculpted that to depict what was happening?
I don't know.
Or he's not saying aliens made that, is he?
No, he's saying that they had to have the picture of something, though, that they did this for.
I mean, aliens probably don't look like that, though.
How do you know?
I don't.
Who looks like that? You?
No, I've never seen anything look like that other than what we think aliens look like.
How come everybody from all these different fucking cultures that have never seen the same thing draw the same thing?
Because they think it's as time grows, our brain grows and our body gets weaker because we don't need our body as much. We need our brain to get bigger and stronger.
But I'm saying, like, how did who's in Mexico? That's the Mayans?
And the Aztecs?
And Aztecs.
Aztecs and the Mayans. And then over in Greece, they're drawing the same shit.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. It's very interesting.
Yeah,
that's why I want some answers.
And Ted Bundy could go from one town to the next just like 5 decades ago, and nobody knew about it. I want to know how the Mayans and the Aztecs knew the exact
It's just like
same.
the Richard Gere thing before the internet. Like, how did the whole world know about it? For real. It traveled before the internet. It was cross country. It was international.
Yeah. The Egyptian hieroglyphics with that stuff is also nuts.
Yeah, it's on the caves.
Yes.
Yeah, they all seem to look the same. So I don't know.
Mind-bending. Stonehenge.
I need to see a bean. You know that.
Show me a bean. I can punch in a mouth. Let's go to the phones.
I'll give him a hug.
Definitely.
I don't know if they're hugging back, especially if they're fucking.
They might be slimy and shit too. So like,
I don't think they're gonna be slimy.
Slippery for sure.
He's like, get good
Swing
eyes.
away.
They might be in liquid.
Merle.
Well, they gotta have some sort of advancement in technology. You think they'd shower?
But they don't, though. They may be way behind us.
Well, then how the fuck they get here?
Maybe there's different breeds of aliens, and those are the super scientific, advanced ones.
You sound like a mark.
So to answer what you're
You
talking
do
about for
sound like
paintings,
a mark.
I am a mark for aliens.
the Crucifixion of Christ painting is apparently the one that everyone says there's UFOs out floating around in.
Let's see.
Up there to the right.
Up top?
Up there to
Right
the right
and
and
left.
left.
What's that supposed to be? Do we know?
Exactly. That's the question.
The sun and the moon.
Can we talk to the
Where's the
artist?
Italians? Are those Italians to the right?
Yeah, all the great artists are Italian, dude.
No, the people that took them out.
Pontius Pilate, you mean?
Those are Romans, much different.
No, that's
Encompassed a lot of
Italians.
regions.
What are the things in the sky?
Anyway, none of us fucking know. I'm so confused by it.
But
all.
does somebody know? That's what I want to know. Does somebody know?
And how long have they known, and how have they kept a secret for this long? And do they fucking just freak out every night when they go to bed, like, oh, tomorrow might be the day where shows up and we're just all dead?
Yeah, they definitely know. And I think that's why when Mike Gallagher came on and he was like, a lot of people think there's a chance that this is just us from the future coming back and trying
Opening a portal, all that
like
shit.
that also,
There's all kind of
another,
theories.
another dynamic to it.
Well, you know, me and Foxy did see whatever it is.
Yeah, you saw the portal.
Yeah.
I love that theory.
And what if that's actually just a portal, not from the future, but from another alien planet where these aliens are just going through
Popping
to watch
in.
football games?
I saw CERN just came
Yeah,
back
I was
online.
saying yesterday they just started the
Hydrogen-
CERN, which does open
particle
up portals.
collider deal.
Yeah.
Oh,
So they can create
underneath-
black holes.
underneath Europe.
We're creating them. We don't need to create those.
Yeah, they slam these atoms
Yeah.
together at super high speed to try to create
Gotta study
antimatter
it.
or whatever that means.
Yeah, they've created elements to it.
Why are we doing that?
Because we want to find the portals.
It's been off for like 4 years. They just turned it on. And they said it's gonna fucking.
All this shit is being turned on, right, by the powers
Yeah.
that be. It means something's coming, right? I mean, I don't know.
Yeah, we're dead.
No, not dead. We're shaking hands. And listen, we'll send Brock right out there, won't we?
Exactly.
Fucking Brock's ready.
Go get
Brock's
him.
ready. Francis Ngannou's right behind him.
Boom.
Good luck getting
Dewey,
to them.
The Rock will be president of the entire
Oh,
world.
yeah. Dwayne will go out there with what he was wearing at the Super Bowl intro deal. and
Yeah.
just dominate
The maroon.
everybody.
Yeah, here's some more artifacts from Mexico.
Ooh, is that a skeleton?
I believe that is a human skeleton.
See that one? I don't
The
know.
head looks weird, though.
Little big head.
Yeah, it looks like
Is it old school
It's
Neanderthal?
like cone heads.
Look at those teeth.
Is it real? Is the question.
Sure.
Well, nothing is on the internet, especially if we don't want to believe it. It's not real. It's
That
From
chin, you
Daily
could put
Mail
your,
UK and LiveScience.com.
Listen,
put your Rydell right on that chin. You wouldn't miss.
I'll tell you what.
So quick.
That thing puts that thing on you. You're dead. That thing's gonna
You're
be
done.
swinging around the back.
That cranium, I can tell the cranium is so thin. That thing will crack instantly.
You're going straight jaw to brain.
Look at
with
that
your-
jaw. Good luck with that, having that jaw last, buddy. One punch from a small person will
What
break
if?
that.
What if that?
I mean, like, you know, a
What
small
if that
human.
is? Yeah, we understand. What if that is what combat becomes? All these little aliens land, and every ex-football player says, They ain't got no jaw. Put a helmet on and just fucking start spearing people.
It would feel good to make a few tackles.
Oh, back in the day, tackles too. You got fucking Ed Reed flying.
Yeah.
Troy Polamalu, I got boom. AJ just leading with the head. Everybody. Kuhn coming through with the head down.
That would be
Mike
tough.
Allstott.
Oh my God! What if it is football? Helmet to helmet hits that save the universe. Could be the case, especially if we're looking at jaws like that. Ain't that right, AJ?
I mean, the future looks bright for us humans.
Hey, let's go,
Yeah.
humans.
Come on, humans.
Put the helmets on and go right for the fucking jaw.
Yeah. Get
All
your
right?
own bet as a football.
Right now.
Get
Can
him
he
ready.
run right now? I don't know. Let's go to the phones.
Marshawn then.
Oh,
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
imagine Beastquake hitting a fucking alien who's got a little soft ass jaw.
They'd leave.
Come on. Boom. Let's go to the fence. Let's go to Alex in Indiana. What's going on, Alex?
Hey, what's going on, Pat?
Hey, just hanging, Alex. What do you want to talk about, pal?
Hey, so my brother has tickets to SummerSlam.
Nice. Let's go. Nashville,
And-
Tennessee.
And I want to know, should I cancel my wedding plans to come with them?
Are you getting married?
I'm not getting married, no, but just I'm attending a wedding. But
Who's
I
wedding?
don't know,
Who's wedding? Anybody sweet?
I'm not even really close to him. It's my wife's friend.
See you at SummerSlam,
Go
dude.
watch
See
the
you at
rest of the
SummerSlam,
program.
dude. Sounds
Yeah.
like it. You just drew a dick that's peeing and coming on the top of your.
What are you doing?
It's a spaceship. I'm not done with it, man. It's like the tweet earlier.
What the hell is wrong with you?
We see it.
Jesus
No,
Christ.
I'm not done yet, man. We were talking about the Sistine Chapel. I started drawing.
He looks like
joke
he's in
to you?
school.
Yeah.
This little desk.
John Dong to Jonah Hill and
It's not
Superbad.
dong, first off. Let me finish. It's a
Turn it
spaceship.
around.
It's a spaceship.
It's two balls of dick, and it's
see.
shooting out something at the edge.
No, I'm not
While
done.
I'm talking
I'm
to this guy.
I'm not showing you.
God damn it.
No, I don't show you work that's not done.
You're a work in progress.
I'll bring it back.
All right, thanks.
What's
That's
this-
unbelievable.
What's this guy's fucking
I'm
deal?
literally
Hey,
listening.
first
to
of all,
the-
hey, why don't you watch your computer to your Lenovo? Stop looking at my desk.
All I heard was
Trying
a
to
fucking.
focus.
Did you hear how loud you dragged it across that desk? You're like,
was a
big
long-
block dick.
You got to know. I need those. Those are the fuel chambers for the fuel.
Okay.
They don't use fuel, dude.
Why's your rocket going sideways across the top of your page?
Because we're already in orbit, bro.
Oh, okay, sweet. Thanks, man. Can we see your rocket just in case?
No, when I'm done, you can see it, man.
What's your deal?
Why would I let you see it before that?
Oh, let's go to phones.
first
Last phone call of the day. Nobody's gone to
Show our
10.
first
Sorry
draft.
about it. Let's go to Matthew in Michigan. Matthew, what's going on? 5 Energy phone line. Go to 5energy.com. Use promo code MACFIT to receive 10% off. What's going on?
Hey,
E.
how you doing, Pat?
Hey, pretty good, Matthew. How are you, pal?
Yeah, up here we don't go for the chin, we go for the kneecaps.
Oh, no.
hell yeah.
DC. Most expensive offense in the NFL, the Detroit Lions.
Hell yeah.
What do you want to talk about, Matthew? We got 1 minute.
Well, now that Baker's gone to South Carolina, maybe
North
Detroit will go pick up Sam Darnold for a backup, seeing as he can actually win a game instead of Blau or Boyle.
Oh, shit. Or Goff.
Yeah.
All right.
I don't hate it.
I tried to do a triple flip with the pencil, really send us off on a high note. I dropped it. Not as bad as Blau and Boyle just got buried, but what a week it has been. We apologize that we're off for the next couple of days. I'm sure the SiriusXM fill-in host will be just as great, if not better. AJ, anything to say to Sirius before we get out of here?
Not Mad Dog. What, Wednesdays? This is usually his best day because he's coming from Stephen A, right?
Yeah, he's coming for First Take, ready to do his thing. I don't think he was on First Take today. Seems like a lot of people taking off.
Wimbledon this week.
And we are doing that as well because we're a bunch of lazy bums. With that being said, when we come back, it's going to be massive.
Hell yeah.
It's going to be big.
What?
It might be the biggest show we have ever done.
Uh-huh.
Or it might just be average. We'll see you in about 10 days. Cheers. All right, boys.
All right.
Good show today.
Good shot.
All right, boys.
All right, now. Show us. I mean,
You done? Are you done drawing yet? Or?
Can we see
No,
the
I'm
dick?
not done. I'm not
Show
showing
us
you
your work.
unfinished work, bro. You tell that if guys building your house, do you say, hey, show me your, you know.
Yes.
Yeah, you gotta
Yes.
fucking check in
Yeah,
on
you
it.
check
Show
progress.
progress.
That's a terrible
Yes, show off pictures all the
analogy.
time. Look at this. Sweet.
You ever see Chip and Joanna Gaines?
No,
I see
who's
the
that?
fucking. I see.
Who is that? This guy.
They are waking
Who's this guy think he is?
I can't do this. anymore.
Never heard of Magnolia Farms, bro. Never.
Oh, see.
Oh, there he goes.
I've done a game. You don't think I know Waco? I know Waco. Dan
Yeah.
Koresh, bud. Know all about Micah.
Listen, the Davidians ran wild. Now Chip and Joanna have
They
the whole
run
place
that
turned.
whole
locked
city.
it down.
Turned around.
And Dr. Pepper.
And they show you stuff before it's finalized. That's why their show is so good.
Yeah.
So we are asking nicely, as friends of yours, can you please display the cock you drew on the top of your paper?
Okay, first off, I'm not done. You guys don't understand. If I show you unfinished work, cool.
Well, yeah, but if you show it to us
It's
today,
not dog, it's a spaceship. You ever heard of it?
What do you got to add?
We're talking about aliens.
A vein or two? Like,
Show it to
there's
us
no
today.
veins. It's a spaceship with fuel.
Well, that is the issue. We are talking about aliens, and
You
you're
want it?
drawing dongs.
Okay, you can have my spaceship if you want. That's all it is. It's not done. So look, it's terrible.
Hold it up, please. We're zooming in.
Please hold it up.
Zoom across the
Oh
top
my
of that
God.
Top.
It's a giant penis.
No, it's USA, bro. It's a spaceship.
What's the rocket shooting?
It's shooting things at aliens. He might be unclipped too up top.
That's cock
But come on now.
Those are cock balls.
Why are you such a child? You are such a
Because
child.
we're talking about aliens, so I'm like, why not draw an alien scene? You're not creative. You don't know.
All right, we're out of here. Thank you
USA
for maybe
crossing
that's
it,
the
too.
new form of space travel. Right?
Yeah. Bezos, take notice.
Yeah, what's that thing? The blue moon or whatever they call
Bezos,
it?
give me a call.
And Elon Musk got a dick-shaped thing.
Yeah.
Bezos got a dick-shaped thing that goes up to space. You're drawing your own dick-shaped thing. Maybe they'll shoot down aliens.
Maybe if they make a one that isn't shaped like a dong, I could draw a spaceship that's square or something.
Maybe. Why don't you create it?
I'm not that good.
Oh, you're a dong guy.
Yeah,
Give me the dong.
I'm not
one.
an engineer. I wish I could.
Yeah, I wish we all were. And thanks for drawing a dick on your paper today.
It's spaceship, but you know.
Thanks to your brother for joining us too. Obviously, the much more professional Hawk.
Yeah. Gee, well, actually, I mean, he came in here and he left the door open, so I don't know if we can say he's more
He's a
professional.
barn animal.
Yeah.
To all the boys, we appreciate your work. To everybody, thank you so much for watching all week. Just the last 2 days, actually, we've been pretty lazy. We'll be back in like 10 days. We'll be giving out a lot of content, though, from Tahoe, and also combination videos next week, best of shit coming out.
Here we go.
So we're going to release stuff as we go on this break, but I think we're all going to, recharge, probably sleep a little bit, find ourselves a little bit. Not that we need to, but it's a nice time to get away, shut the brain off. And then we're back, and fucking football is
Football's
right
coming
there.
back.
It's going to be right there.
We will miss you all. Please use the hashtag. No, we'll put one out tomorrow. PMS wears AJ's truck is still true.
True.
Yeah, true.
We should have given
So
away more.
not
for that.
hashtag PMS big alien penis ship.
I don't think we should do that.
There's no wieners involved.
PMS dog.
There's a
rock.
wiener.
Spaceships, aliens. What do you want to do?
There's
It's a
one
good one.
wiener right there.
I mean, I can't help that you guys, your mind's in the gutter, and you think that's a dong.
Yeah, he's wearing a Travis Matthew hat.
You literally drew two balls.
Says USA. Do you know any dongs that say USA?
Yeah. Kid
Yeah,
Rock.
Actually,
That's a show.
That's a show. All right, see you all. Goodbye. Thank you. You're the best. You are the best people on the earth. The fact that we're allowed to do this, we appreciate you. We'll be back, hopefully better than ever. Probably not. See you then. Bye.